Getting very excited up here, Callum. Ready to go racing. Heat number 1 up for Street Stocks. About to roll out.
Yes, we are indeed counting down to green here in the Goldfields. Jack Barmel off that pole sitting start. Tanya Kemp behind Jack. Then we head back to Luke Barnwell. And in the number 31,
Tristan
that's going to be, yes, Tristan Stott. 39 of Zane Humphreys. 14 of Wade Rigney. And an 83 of Linton Dickinson.
8 cars to go around, Callum. Looking forward to this. Street Stocks first up on the Speedway. Let's go racing. Jack Barmwell, Zane Humphreys, Luke Barmwell's been in some good form lately. Of course, Barmwell's dad, Tony, turns 60 next week. Happy birthday, Tones. The former WA State Champions ready to go. Ready to run it for Kalgoorlie. There's going to be some good battles up front. About to go green very shortly. About to go green. Jack Barmwell off a pole. Zane Humphreys. Tanya Kemp. Wade Wigney. Away from Esperance. Luke Barmwell. Linton Dixon. And Tristan Stott off the last row. Off the back. Let's go. Jack Barmwell, good start. Got off to an early start there. Zane Humphreys. Here comes Tanya Kemp now. Wade Wigney and Luke Barmwell. Wade Wigney straight in the wall. Not sure what happened there, but Jack Barmwell off to a good lead at the moment. Going down the back straight for first time. Second place is Zane Humphreys. There's back to Tanya Kemp, Tristan Stott and Linton Dixon.
Down the main straightaway out of turn number 4. Still Jack Barmwell, our race leader. Then we head back to the 39. That's going to be Zane Humphreys in that second spot. Then we head back to 3 and 4 of 71 and 31. That's Tanya Kemp and Tristan Stott in that 3 and 4. He's running up a bit high. Then we go back to the number 83 of Linton Dickinson. And of course in the rear of the field, that's going to be Wade Rigney, who unfortunately hit the wall with Luke Barmwell, who's on the infield. He is OUT out of heat number 1. For the street stocks of this meeting. Down 1 and 2 into the back straightaway, slipping and sliding. The track's nice and wet. Jack Barmwell still our race leader. Then we head back to that Zane Humphreys in the 39, back a bit in the field. As we fly on down, here comes Wade Rigney. My apologies, not Wade Rigney.
Tristan Stott.
Yes, that is the one. Around 3 and 4 into the main straightaway. Tanya Kemp in that second last, almost around 1 and 2. The rest of the pack run, but our race leader, he's absolutely loving this track,
there, isn't he?
Down the main straight, number 16 of Jack Barmwell in the Cal versus Esperance challenge. He's going to put the points up for the street stocks.
Second at the moment is Zane Humphreys, Callum. Third place, Tristan Stewart. And then it's back to Linton Dixon. Then it's back to Tanya Kemp, Wade Wigney. But out in front, though, doing it on a Sunday drive here for Watson Express, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. And it's Jack Barmwell out there. I'll tell you what, he's quick. I will not be surprised. He may break the track record again, young Callum.
Hopefully. 2 in a row.
2 in a row, so done 4 laps so far. Still out in front. It is Jack Barmwell in car number 16.
Zane Humphries getting a little bit untidy on that entrance to the back straightaway off of 1 and 2. He pulls it together though. Tanya Kemp in the number 71 going a bit slow. Here comes lap traffic for Jack Barmwell. Nice and easy around her. Looks like she's going to pull to the infield. She might be OUT out of this race as well as Luke Barmwell. We're almost halfway home. We're halfway home now for Jack Barmwell and the rest of the pack. Zane Humphries, Wayne Rigney in the mix too in that last place. Tristan Stott. Then we go back to Wade Rigney in the number 14.
Here comes Dixon now. Callum trying to get on the inside. Wasn't able to that time. Down the main straight now. But Jack Barmwell on a Sunday drive here for Watson Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway. He is absolutely flying out there in car number 16. The former state champion. Finished 4th of this year's state title. And is absolutely flying. Second place is Zane Humphries. Third place is Tristan Stewart, away from Esperance. Up against his team club member of Linton Dixon. Then it's back to Wayne Wigney. But out in front still, it is Jack Barmwell by half a lap now. Now, just got to remind for patrons around the Speedway, please turn your lights off. That would be much appreciated. But out in front, Jack Barmwell doing it in fine style at the moment. He might even still be driving out there coming with one hand. You wouldn't know. So he's still out in front in that VF Commodore. Jack Barmwell. We've got 2 laps to go this time around for Jack Barmwell. White flagged about to come out by Will Roberts. Our clerk, of course. Then second place, Zane Humphries. Then it's back to Tristan Stewart, Linton Dickinson. Wade Wigney about to get passed by Jack Barmwell. The lap flag, white flag has come out now for Jack Barmwell, and Callum will bring him home.
As we fly on around 1 and 2, almost in the back straight off for Jack Barmwell with Wade Rigney in the 14. Passes him nice and easy down the back straightaway though. Still Jack Barmwell slipping and sliding around 3 and 4. Now into the main straightaway. It's still going to be Jack Barmwell in the number 16 to round out heat number 1 for our street stocks. Cal versus Esperance. Challenged Jack Barmwell, our race finisher, in the leading position. After that, it's Zane Humphries. Then we go back to Tristan Stott, Linton Dickinson, and then Wade Rigney in the rear of the field with Tanya Kemp and Luke Barmwell, OUT, out of this first race.
Great points for Kalgoorlie Speedway in that one for the street stocks. And out next is for AM cars. Out next over 12 laps. We'll play some music. We'll be back shortly.
We are set and ready to go green here in the Goldfields for heat number 1 for our AM Car Nationals. Rochelle, what do you think of these cars out on the track at the moment?
Yeah, they're looking pretty good, Callum. There's 4 of them out there. We've got David Boys there. He's in the number 91. Next to him, well, just slightly ahead of him in the 69 is Murray Parsons Jr. And behind them, we've got Greg Horan in the number 4 and Steve Wright in the 53 there. So, yeah, this should be a good race. We've got 4 of our drivers. Murray Parsons Jr. is from Esperance. And as far as I know, the other 3 are all racing Kalgoorlie. So pretty good odds here for us, but we will see.
Tell you what, guys, sorry to interrupt you there. Murray Parsons, though, will be quick. I'll just let you know, car 69 will be very quick here for Watson Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway.
Yes, he hasn't been here for a little bit.
No, he hasn't.
He's going to
This
give...
race Junior's here a lot as well, back in the day. And I'll hand it back to you guys to run through this one.
Thank you, Jakey. But yes, David in the fast car on the program. That's his make of car, apparently, according to David.
Fast car.
Yes.
Love it.
Then we go back to Murray Parsons Jr. in beside him. Greg Horan sitting in that 3rd spot, and Steve Wright to round out our field. 10 is the journey here in the Goldfields. We're getting set and ready to go green. Up to the Chief Stewart next door.
And the lights have gone green and these AM cars are off to a great start. We've got David Boys and Murray Parsons Jr. there at the front battling it out already. They'll be neck and neck, I think, for most of the race. David Boys is shot ahead and taken on 1st place as Murray Parsons Jr. falls in behind in 2nd. Greg Horan sitting in 3rd, and we've got Steve Wright running it out at the back there in 4th. David Boys still sitting in 1st. He's in the number 91 coming out of that 4th turn down the front straight. He's just completed his 1st lap into that 1st turn now. He's got a little bit of a lead there between on Murray Parsons Jr. He's going to want to hold on to that because, as Jake mentioned before, Murray is quick and he's got the engine and the car for it tonight. So David Boys is going to have to give it all his best to make sure that he holds on to that number 1 spot. Down the front straightaway again, David Boys is still in that number 91. He's got nearly half a straight between him and Murray Parsons Jr. coming into that 2nd turn now. Murray Parsons is in 2nd in the 69. Greg Horan in the number 4, he is in 3rd. And we've got Steve Wright in the 53, he is in 4th. Out of the 3rd turn now, David Boys comes flying into that 4th turn. Track seems to be a little bit of a slip there as between that 3rd and 4th turn, they all seem to be kind of skidding a little bit, but they're all handling it very professionally. Out of that 2nd turn now, David Boys is coming into that back straight and he goes flying ahead. He's still got a gap there growing between him and Murray Parsons Jr. And he's probably quite thankful for that safety net there as he comes flying out of that 4th turn down the front straight. David Boys still in 1st. Nearly a whole straight between him and Murray Parsons Jr. who is in 2nd. Greg Horan is fallen a bit behind. He is in 3rd, followed closely by Steve Wright who is in 4th. But David Boys is flying ahead. That gap between him and Murray Parsons Jr. is just growing. David Boys is in that 1st place and he's got a bit of security there coming out down that front straightaway into the 1st turn as Murray Parsons is only entering it just now. Out of the 4th turn now down the back straightaway, David Boys still in 1st. Murray Parsons slowly, he must have hit some wet stuff as he went a bit too high out of that 2nd turn. He kind of skidded and slowed down a fair bit and he's lost a bit of time there against David Boys as he only comes into the front straight now. David Boys is coming into that 2nd turn. David Boys in the 1st. Murray Parsons Jr. is in 2nd. Greg Horan's catching up to 2nd place Murray as he's sitting in 3rd. And Steve Wright has fallen a bit behind, but he is still in 4th. Out of the 4th turn now, David Boys comes flying into that front straightaway. He's got a good gap there and he's got a good safety net. And he's probably got a massive grin on his face. Out of that 1st turn into the 2nd. Murray Parsons is coming into the 1st turn. Now the 2nd, he's got Greg Horan hot on his tail. Greg Horan will be chasing him for that 2nd place. If he can get close, he's going to fight it with all he's got. Out of that 4th turn now, David Boys comes back into the front straight. Murray Parsons and Greg Horan, who's rapidly trying to catch up to him, come out now down the front straightaway. Steve Wright exiting the 4th turn now as well. Down the back straight, we've got David Boys. Into the 2nd turn, we've got Murray Parsons Jr. and Greg Horan, who's getting closer and closer and closer by the 2nd. It's on those straights where Murray's getting a little bit of ground, but Greg is catching up to him. Down that front straight, David Boys goes out of the 4th turn. We see Murray Parsons Jr. and Greg Horan. They were nearly side by side, but Greg Horan is so close to catching Murray as they come into that 1st turn, now the 2nd. David Boys is coming out of the 3rd turn and into the 4th. He's got nearly a 1/3 of the lap on Murray Parsons Jr., who's got Greg Horan right up the tail of his car. They seem to be coming out of that 4th turn now, getting a little bit of the wet stuff as they come Down the front straight away, David Boys is coming down the back straight. Steve Wright's coming out of the fourth turn down the front straight now. David Boys is coming out of the third turn and into the fourth. He's got it beautifully. He's holding that line well. I think that white flag is out for him to see. He's got 1 lap left to run. Out of the third turn into the fourth, Murray Parsons Jr. and Greg Horan come flying. Greg Horan hasn't happened to catch him yet, but down the front straight he goes. He's going to give it all he's got. He's got 1 lap left to take on that second place, and he's not going to give up. Out of the third turn into the fourth, David Boys exits the fourth turn now. He sees that checkered flag, and he's going to take it. Thank you. Greg Horan has passed Murray Parsons Jr. on that back straight. Greg Horan's now sitting in second, and he's just got to make it to the flag box. Greg Horan finishes in second. Murray Parsons Jr. finishes in third, and Steve Wright will finish in fourth.
Green to white to checkered here in the Golfers for the Car Nationals heat number 1. David Boyce to round out our first place position. Greg Horan in second, Murray Parsons Jr. in third. And then we head back to Steve Wright in the rear of the field to round us all out for heat number 1. But yes, production sedans coming up next, reasonably quick, flying through these heat races so fast. And yes, then we get on to the Supermods, who will be crowned number 1 in the state tonight. We'll be sure to find out, but stay tuned for that text to win number coming up very soon. But we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a lovely night here at the Watson's Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway.
Production sedans out on track. And starting out of position number 1 is car number 72 of Jeff Dixon on his outside. Is Tyrell. Great to see Ty here. On second row, watch out for these two. Dean Shaw and car 44 on his outside. Former state champion in for Supermods, it's Hamish McAlpine. Off starting out of position number 5 of his brother Josh McAlpine. Josh Stewart. So the 2 Joshes are off the third row. Then it's back to Travis Clark and Jason Whitehead. To start off, we'll play some music. We're about to send him green here for Watson Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway. So Ben Soden about to give him a green. Our Chief Stewart, Jeff Dixon, and Tyrell on. And watch out for Hamish McAlpine in 00 though. That little Cortina does fly. So down into turn number 1 out of 2. It's still Jeff Dixon out in front in car 72. That's back to Dean Shaw. Travis Clark, one's right. That's back to Tyrell. That's back to Hamish McAlpine. Josh Stewart, Josh McAlpine. It's back to Jason White. I tell you what, Jeff Dixon doing a fantastic job out in front. Away from Esperance. Then it's back to Dean Shaw. Hamingsbrook Alpine, Josh Stewart. Taito, and then it's back to Josh McAlpine. Jason Whitehead and Travis Clark rounding out our field. But out in front there, I tell you what, doing a fantastic job. It's Jeff Dixon. Then it's back to Shorey. Dean Shaw, what's he going to do? I know he's going to fight for that lead. Here comes Hamingsbrook Alpine down the inside of Dean Shaw now. Dean Shaw, though, shuts the door. Josh Stewart on the outside. But out in front, though, it's Jeff Dixon doing a fantastic job. And Hamingsbrook Alpine and Josh Stewart almost come together. But they're able to keep it going. So we've done 3 laps this one. Jeff Dixon out in front. Here comes McAlpine now. But Dean Shaw, what will he do? He'll shut the door once again. McAlpine. Hamish able to come through. One wheel on the infield. Not sure what's going to happen there. That's back to Shorey in 3rd place. Back to Josh Stewart. Then it's back to Josh McAlpine. Shorey runs very wide. Jason Whitehead able to move into P5. And here comes Hamish McAlpine on the outside of that little Ford Cortina. That's back to Jeff Dixon. Josh Stewart. Car 11 of Josh McAlpine, Jason Whitehead, Dean Shaw, Taito. That's back to Travis Clark. But out in front though, doing a fantastic job out in front for KBC. Automotive car out in front for little Ford Cortina. Jeff Dixon, here comes Josh Stewart now in that V8 trying to get on the inside of Jeff Dixon, and he does. Good job by Josh Stewart in car 17. That's back to Jeff Dixon, Jason Whitehead, Josh McAlpine, Dean Shaw, Taito, and Travis Clark rounding out our field. But out in front though, it's Hamish McAlpine doing a fantastic job for KBC Automotive. Back to Josh Stewart, Jeff Dixon, Jason Whitehead, Josh McAlpine, Dean Shaw, Taito, and Travis Clark rounding out our field. But Josh Stewart closing in on our race leader though, doing a fantastic job out in front. Here's Hamish McAlpine in car 00. Then it's back to Hamish McAlpine. Got a bit of a bump there, but Josh Stewart out in front takes over a race lead. In car 17, Hamish McAlpine won't give up though. We're halfway home. We've done 8 laps, sorry. So 2 more laps to go. Here for Watson Express, Kalgoorlie International Speedway for our production sedans, heat number 1. Down the back straight for second last time. Josh Stewart doing a fantastic job out in front. So, the white flag hasn't come out. Looks like we're going to do 12 laps. My apologies there. 10 laps. Now, here comes McAlpine again on the inside of Stewart. What a race out in front. Stewart still leads. That's back to Hamish McAlpine, Jeff Dixon, Jason Whitehead, Josh McAlpine, Dean Shaw, Taito, and Travis Clark in car number 4. But out in front though it is Josh Stewart in car 17. Back to Hamish McAlpine. Trying to get on the back end. What checkered flag about to come out for Josh McAlpine. He takes a race win for our production sedans. Back to Hamish McAlpine, Jeff Dixon, Jason Whitehead. Back to Josh McAlpine, who will finish in 5th. That's back to Dean Shaw, Taito, and Travis Clark rounding out our field. Come on, folks, why don't you put your hands together for Josh Stewart. What a finish that was. And up next will be our junior sedans, and Rachel and Callum will take you through the call. We'll play some music and we'll be back.
Yes, before we get the junior sedans underway, we have our first text to win question. So get out your mobile phones and lock in this number. Give you a little second to just unlock your phone, get it into the, yeah, okay, I think you're ready. The number is 0487 541 505. I'll say that number once more. 0487 541 505. And your question is, who won the wingless Aussie title last weekend? And if you can, what state was he from? So what?
Come and see me.
Oh yes. But yes, once we announce the winner, you will come up to the box and grab your T-shirt, the women's T-shirt. Just to point out, so.
It's a large, isn't it?
Pretty sure medium. You'll have a pick. First winner will have a pick on what size they want. But yes, that number again, 0487 541 505. And your question is, who won the wingless Australian title last weekend, and what state were they from? Make sure you put your name and the question, because if you text back with just the question, I'm not gonna quite sure who's texting me. So make sure you put your name and the question answer. But yes, as we're about to get the junior sedans out on the track at the moment. Looks like we have Amber Shaw starting off that pole sitting position. 22 of George Tate next to Amber. Then we go back to Cam Aldrich. After that, it's going to be the number 21 of Logan Brown. Tilly Leonard after that. Then we go back to Tyler Scott. Eleven junior sedans out onto the track at the moment. The young guns of the sport. We're getting ready to go green here in the Goldfields for heat number 1 of our junior sedans. And the green lights are on down the main straightaway. Amber Shaw out in the lead. Flying away down the main straightaway. Cam Aldrich in that second spot at the moment, the number 14. Then we head back to the 21. That's going to be Logan Brown sitting in third. Never mind, he drops back a few spots. Tilly Leonard up in that third spot now. Then we go back to the 16. Never mind, that's going to be Logan Brown, I'm pretty sure. As we fly on down the main straightaway though, Amber Shaw, our race leader at the moment. Cam Aldrich in second, Tilly. Then we head back to 16, which is going to be Caden Brown. As we fly on around the track at the moment, going up a bit high on 1 and 2. That's going to be the number 16 of Caden Brown. Slips back a spot. He's from Esperance. Good mix of Esperance and Kalgoorlie people here in the Goldfields. Amber Shaw still holding off Cam Aldrich, not letting him pass. Tilly Leonard slips up to that third spot now. Those are your top 3 out there at the moment. Amber Shaw also in the mix too. We've got Tyler Scott, Tilly Leonard, Cam Aldrich, Caden Brown, Logan Brown, Hayden Mortimer, George Tate, Charlie Tate, and Sean Kerwin. All our junior sedan drivers putting a magnificent show here in the Goldfields. Tyler Scott down the main straight in the number 08. 24 of Charlie Tate behind him as we slowly make our way around the circuit at the moment. Start to spread out like Brown's cows on a Saturday stroll to the Speedway. Amber Shaw still leading, holding off Cam Aldrich. Then we head back to the number 18. That's going to be Hayden Mortimer in that third spot. Tilly Leonard slipping back down a few spots. Number 16 of Caden Brown also in the mix too. Tyler Scott, also George Tate, Charlie Tate from Esperance. 8 laps is the journey. 5 done, 3 to run here in the Goldfields. But down the back straightaway for Cam Aldrich, our new race leader out there. Cam Aldrich, then we head back to Amber Shaw, the number 16, that's going to be Hayden Brown. Top 3 races out the track at the moment. Here comes Amber Shaw on the inside, might get caught up on a bit of lap traffic. 2 to run, almost 1 3/4 now, 1.5 for Cam Aldrich, our race leader out there. Cam Aldrich in the number 14, Amber Shaw. Then we head back to Caden Brown. Then also in the mix too, that's going to be Hayden Mortimer, Tyler Scott. Then it's going to be Charlie Tate, George Tate in the number 22. Then we head back to Tilly Leonard and Sean Kirkwood. White flag is out for our race leader. He's got half a lap to go now. Almost got the checker done and dusted for heat number 1 of their junior sedans. Down the main straightaway out of turn number 4 though, that's going to be Cam Aldrich to round out our heat number 1 finishing position. Cam Aldrich, Amber Shaw in second, Hayden Mortimer in the number 18 in third, Caden Brown, Tyler Scott, Tilly Leonard, Logan Brown, Cade Anthony in the mix too in the number 1. Then we head back to Charlie Tate, George Tate and Sean Kirkwood to round out all our 11 cars out on the track. That is going to round out our junior sedan class heat number 1. But of course the main event for tonight, we've got the Supermods coming out onto the track next for their first heat of tonight.
Have we got a winner yet, Callum?
We'll announce it after we finish the Supermods heat 2.
Fantastic.
Keep sending your answers through.
Heat number 1 out on track for our Supermods for the WA state title. We'll get our grid draws right away for our Supermods. Starting out in position number 1. In heat number 1, it is car number 6, Daryl Smith, current WA number 2. On his outside in car number 44, it is Jamie Ward. In car number 69, we'll start out at position number 3. It is Cameron McAllister. He'll be one to watch. Car 23 out of position number 4 will be Wayne Bingham. Out of position number 5, car number 16, Darren Majance. My apologies there. Out of position number 6, this car will be one to watch, Darren Amor. My apologies. Darren Amor away from Williams down there in Narrogin. position number 7. Sorry, position number 7 will be car number 36 all the way from Chilton up there in the Midwest. It is David Guy. On his outside, out of position number 8 is Rob Gumwald. And off the back row in car number 52, out of position number 9, David Scott. Starting out of position number 10 in car 41, it is Mark Shepherd. About to go green. Line these guys up. Come on, Kalgoorlie Speedway. Are you ready? Supermod's about to go green here for Watson Express. Kalgoorlie International Speedway. Heat number 1 of the Speedway. Watch out for the second row and third row as well. Dale Smith will be quick off that front row as well. Jamie Ward on his outside, away from Nurjan. About to go green. Heat number 1 of the Supermods here for Watson Express. Kalgoorlie International Speedway. Dale Smith gets a great start. Then it's back to Wayne Bingham and Jamie Ward come together there. On the outside now, Darren Amor inside of him. Sitting in 4th place at the moment is Cameron McAllister. That's back to Darren Amor. Back to car 16 of Darren McHands. That's back to David Guy. Back to car 41 of Mark Shepherd. I tell you what, Mark Shepherd's making a move in car 41. He's trying to get through for Coach State Champion. Up to 6 now. That's back to David Guy. Sorry, that... McAllister sits in 4th. Then it's back to Amor. Then it's back to Mark Shepherd. Car 16 out there. Is Darren McGann. That's car David Guy. Car 52. Rounding out our field. It is David Scott, but out in front it is Darryl Smith. Here comes car 23 now of Wayne Bingham. Up there, 10. It's back to car 44 of Jamie Ward. McAllister up there, sitting there in 4th place now. Then it's back to car 41 of Mark Shepherd. He goes through to 4th. And he's flying out there in car 41. From the back row, he's already up there, car. And he's doing a great job out there in car number 41. Up to 3rd now. Here's McAllister, is Mark Shepherd, your current WA champion. That's back to Jamie Ward. McAllister, then it's back to David Guy. And we have cars coming together. It's Amor and car 16. Dan McCant. What a race so far in this one, Callum.
Yes, it has been pretty good so far. Good to see these old cars out on the track at the moment.
Over 60 years old, mate.
Yes.
Very old cars out there. My apologies, folks. Just getting used to these Supermods. I'm not familiar. Sorry, I'll get it out when I can. Tell you what a race from our current state champion in Supermods. Mark Shepherd up there in car 41. So at the moment it's car 23. Wayne Bingham, Darryl Smith. Then it's back to McAllister. Sorry, back to Shepherd, Ward, McAllister, David Guy, car 70. Rob Gumrold. Darren Amor, car 52 out there is David Scott. So we'll line them up. We're almost over halfway home. 4 laps to go here for Watson Express, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. So one car is out of this one. That's car 16. Dan McCann. Machant. So about to go green. Wayne Bingham will lead them away from Daryl Smith. Mark Shepherd been quick so far. Started off a back row in heat number 1. This is how much this obviously race means to him. Few more laps to go. Wade Bingham will lead them away. Wade Bingham, Smith. There's back to Shepherd, Ward. Back to McAllister, Guy. There's back to Gumrold. And there's back to Amor and car 52 of David Scott. But out in front though, doing a mighty fine job is Wade Bingham. Daryl Smith and Mark Shepherd now trying to get into that second place. Mark Shepherd trying to get through, but out in front though, doing a fantastic job at the moment. It is car number 23 of Wayne Bingham doing a good job. First car state champion of Mark Shepherd in the second place now. And car 41, Daryl Smith sitting in third. Then it's back to Ward, McAllister, Guy, Gumrold, Ward. And that's back to Amor and car 52 of David Scott. But out in front though, Wayne Bingham. What a fight we've got out from front. That's back in second place. Your car state champion, Mark Shepherd, Daryl Smith, car 69. Out there is McAllister. Then it's back to Jamie Ward. Rob Gumroll now trying to get through, as is David Guy. White checkered flag about to come out. Come on, folks, put your hands together for Wayne Bingham. From second place is Mark Shepherd. Then it's back to Daryl Smith. Cameron McAllister in fourth. Jamie Ward, Rob Gumroll in sixth. David Guy finishes in seventh. Darren Amor, David Scott rounds out our field. And in 10th place, finishing on the infield, is Dan McCann. Heat 2 about to come out.
Yes, I do believe I have the winner for the text to win question, which was who won the wingless Australian title last weekend? And the winner, or the answer was Kyle Mock from New South Wales. He's currently in Sydney. But our winner is...
Dun, 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 dun. It is Rihanna McCallum.
Yes, that is right. You have won one of these shirts, but you'll receive a text very shortly. And come up to the commentary box to collect your prize. Show us the text, and then you can grab the goodies. But yes, heat number 2 of the Supermods coming out very soon. Yes, just a public service announcement again, ladies and gentlemen. Can you please not turn your lights on, touch your brake pedals, indicators, anything that might confuse the drivers. So if you see someone with their lights on in turns 2, can you please tell them to turn their lights off? And I'm sure there's one in turn 4, but can you please tell them to turn their lights off, as it may confuse the drivers. But yes, that is just a service announcement. Please turn your lights off while racing is on. Or if you're going to move around the speedway, please do it in between races, not while racing is on, as it may confuse the drivers with the red lights or the indicators, which are yellow or orange, or whichever you want to call it.
Couldn't agree with you more, Callum. Could not agree with you more. If you have your lights on, please turn them off. We much appreciate it. And we know that there's lights off in turn number 4. If you're around for car, just go up to a car and tell them to turn their lights off.
Did we mention it was a cop car? Whoop, whoop. Yes, I'm sorry, coppers, but if If you do have your brake lights on, we love you guys, but can you please turn them off too, because it doesn't really matter what kind of car it is, it can still distract the drivers. But yes, the boys are right. All brake lights off. Please avoid moving your car during the race as well when green lights are on.
Right, starting, we'll get our grid draws for our Supermods out right now. In car 33, it's Tony Smith on his outside, starting out of position number 2. It is Keith Woods out of position number 3, car 19 of Mark Broom. Car 14 will start out of position number 4. That is Lance Beaver. Inside third row, car number 12, Grant Campbell. Here we want to watch on his outside, car 88 of Braden Amor. Starting out of position number 7, all the way from Esperance down there in the southeast, it is Star Transport Neville Williams. And car 55 of Go Walker away from Ravensthorpe. Then starting off the rear, it's car number 18, Cameron Shepherd. Let's go racing, 10 laps to distance for our Supermods. Tony Smith off the front row. And Keith Woods. And we're about to go green. Tony Smith, a veteran. Keith Woods, both get a good start. Car 19 out there. Mark Broom as well. Car 14 out there. Lance Beaver gets a good start as well. And Grant Campbell, Braden Amor, the Star Transport car of Neville Williams. Car 18, Cameron Shepherd, and car 55 rounds out our field. So Keith Woods still leading this one. Mark Broom in second, then it's back to Grant Campbell, Braden Amor. Back to car 14 of Lance Beaver. Car 18. Car 14 out there, my apologies. Lance Beaver sitting in 6th place. Then it's back to Tony Smith. Mark Neville Williams. Then it's back to Go Walker. But out in front though, Keith Woods doing a good job. Second place is Grant Campbell here. Watch out for him. And Braden Amor all the way from Williams. Sitting in third, Braden Amor goes on the inside now. What's he going to do? Grant Williams on the top. And Keith Woods. And Grant Campbell takes over a race lead. And here comes Braden Amor. Free wide for the race lead. And Braden Amor gets a good in that one. Keith Woods sits in second. Back to Grant Campbell. Back to car 14 of Lance Beaver. Then it's back to car 18 of Cameron Shepherd. Then it's back to car 19 of Mark Broom, Tony Smith, Neville Williams, and Gary Walker rounding out our field. But out in front though, it is Braden Amor. Second place at the moment is Keith Woods, Lance Beaver, car number 12 of Grant Campbell, car 18 out there as well of Cameron Shepherd. Then it's back to car number 9, my apologies, can't see the numbers too well. Back out there, car 19 of Mark Broom, Tony Smith, Neville Williams, and Gary Walker rounding out our field. But out in front though, Braden Amor with 7 laps. Bit of smoke coming out of a car there, but second place is Keith Woods. Third place now is Grant Campbell. Back to car 18 in fourth. It is Cameron Shepherd. Back to Lance Beaver. Back to Mark Broom, Tony Smith, Neville Williams, and Gary Walker rounding out our field. But white flag has come out, and Keith Woods has gone stuck on the infield, and it looks like we're going to keep going. But out in front is and checkered flag has come out, my apologies. Braden Amor takes the race win from Grant Campbell, Cameron Shepherd in third, Lance Beaver, Mark Broom, Tony Smith, Neville Williams, Gary Walker, and Keith Woods rounding out our field. We'll play some music and we'll be back.
Yes, about to get street stocks underway here in the Goldfields once again. Still getting that Supermod off the track on the infield in turns 1 and 2 after he hit. As we start to roll off the street stocks, get that Supermod under control over there.
Yeah, we've got them out there. There in the number 36, we have got Luke Barnwell. Next to him in the 83 will be Linton Dickerson. Behind them in 16 will be Jack Barnwell. And next to him, I believe, is Tristan Strowett. And then at the back there in the 39 is Zane Humphreys. And in the 14, we've got Wade Rigby. So we've got 6 stockies out there at the moment. I'm pretty sure there's 4 from Esperance. Linton Dickerson, Zane Humphreys, Tristan Strowett, and Wade Rigby are all from Esperance. And then the 2 Barnwell brothers are our Kalgoorlie drivers for tonight. So we will see how they go holding up in these odds against Esperance.
Yes, as we get the Supermod off the track, we're getting ready to get down to green here in the Goldfields at the Watson's Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway. Luke Barnwell off the start. Let's see what his older brother Jack can pull out. As the yellow lights start to turn off, the pace car's going to pull off. We're going to head over to Rochelle to call this race.
Yeah, they're all getting closer. They're going to come down that back straight there. And as they come out of that 4th turn, those green lights will come on. Got Luke Barnwell in the 36. He is in our pole. Diagonally behind him in the 16 is his Jack Barnwell, and they are our 2 Kalgoorlie drivers tonight in the stockies. The green light has come on, and Luke Barnwell's foot is flat to the floor. He's side by side with 83's Linton Dickinson from Esperance as they come out of that first turn into the second now. Luke Barnwell seems to be pulling ahead just slightly. He's now a car length ahead down the back straightaway. Linton Dickinson's got Jack Barnwell close in his tail, who's side by side with who looks to be Tristan Strowett as they come out of the fourth turn down the front straight. We've got Luke Barnwell in first. Linton Dickinson in second. Jack Barnwell's just in third, followed very closely by Tristan Strowett. And behind them in the 39, we have Zane Humphreys, and rounding out the pack, we've got Wade Rigby there in the number 14 green car. Jack Barnwell is still in third as Luke Barnwell is in first, leading the pack down that front straightaway in the 36. He is slowly gaining a bit of a gap there with Linton Dickinson trying his best to catch up, but he's now being chased ferociously by Jack Barnwell down that back straight. Jack has left Tristan Strowett behind. There's now our front runner, Luke Barnwell, with a bit of a gap between him as Jack just passes Linton Dickinson's. Our 2 Kalgoorlie boys are in the front. We've got Luke Barnwell in first, Jack Barnwell in second, followed by Linton Dickinson in the 83. He is in third. They are our top 3 runners down the back straight now into the first turn, but Jack hasn't stopped getting into second. He's going to chase his brother down and get out of that fourth turn there, side by side down that front straight. 36 and 16, our 2 Barnwell brothers, and Jack just cuts in front of Luke. Bit of a touch there, but out of the first turn into the second. The 2 black and yellow cars down the back straightaway. We've got 16, who is Jack Barnwell in first. Luke Barnwell in the 36 is in second, and he's now chasing Jack better again. Out of the fourth turn, they're nearly side by side again, and they're not giving up. Down the front straight, Jack Barnwell is still in first. Luke Barnwell is in second. There's about a turn between him and third place, Linton Dickinson. There in fourth is 31, Tristan Strowett, followed closely by Wayne Rigby, who is now in fifth, and rounding out the pack in 39 car is Zane Humphreys. But Jack Barnwell is still in first. His brother doing his best to catch him down the front straight away there now. 16 is coming first, 36 is coming second. They are the 2 Barnwell brothers from Kalgoorlie. In third there, we still have Linton Dickinson, and he's doing his best to catch up to Luke, who has now been left in the dust by Jack. Jack comes into the third turn now. He's got quite a bit of a gap there between him and Luke Barnwell as he comes down the front straight away now. He's creating a bit of a safety net in securing his first position. Pretty sure he used to be the WA number 1. I'm not sure if he still is, but he no longer has the one on his car as he comes down the back straightaway. He's replaced it with his old 16. His brother in the 36 is coming in second. Linton Dickinson in the 83 is coming in third. We've got Tristan Strowett in the 31. He is in fourth. Wayne Rigby in the 14. He is in fifth. And I've lost the name. But we've got the 39 of Zane Humphreys in sixth there. But Luke Barnwell and Jack Barnwell and Luke Barnwell are still our 2 front runners. Jack is pulling ahead by every lap. That gap is growing. Luke Barnwell is in second. We've got Linton Dickinson still in third, and those top 3 are spread out like Brown's cars. There's even spacings between them all. Down the back straight goes Jack. Closely following into that back straight there goes Luke, and then comes in Linton, and he's slowly being caught up to by 31 Tristan Strowett, who's not going to give up, and he's going to take that third place if he can. But he's also being pursued by number 14's Wade Rigby, as he's hot on the trail of Tristan Strowett in the number 31 car. The 2 Barnwell brothers are still first and second, as we've got Jack in the lead coming into that third turn now. And Luke is only coming into the third turn now as he now comes into the fourth. Jack's coming down the front straight away. The white flag is out, and he's got 1 lap left to run. Jack Barnwell's in first. Luke Barnwell's in second. Linton Dickinson's in third. 31 of Tristan Strowett is in fourth, followed by the 14 of Wade Rigby and the 39 of Zane Humphreys. Out of the third turn and now into the fourth. Jack Barnwell still in first. His brother coming into the third turn now. Down the front straight away, Jack Barnwell sees that checkered flag and he'll take it out. Coming in first. Coming in second will be his brother Luke Barnwell. 2 Kalgoorlie drivers, first and second. Third will be Linton Dickinson. Fourth will be Tristan Strowett, followed by the 14th of Wade Rigby. And then rounding out the pack will be the 39 of Zane Humphreys. I can take a breath now.
Bit of a tongue twister there.
It's confusing with 2 people who have the same last name.
Oh, yes, Luke and Jack.
It can be confusing.
Especially when they keep swapping spots.
Black and
yellow,
car.
black and yellow. Is it yellow on black, or is it black on yellow?
Yellow and black.
I'll leave that up for you to just decide on it.
Is it a black car with yellow stripes, or is it a yellow car with black stripes?
Well, it's mostly yellow, so I'm going to say it's yellow with black.
What about the black one that's got yellow?
Black and yellow, but it's just black and yellow.
Yes.
Can you put that song on? What a throwback.
I don't know if I have
black
it.
and yellow.
Let's see if I have it.
Ooh, But we've got the AM cars coming on the track now. They will be running their race.
Yes, we'll be right back when the AmCar Nationals hit the track for the green light for heat number 2 here in the Goldfields. Out of turn 4, we run into the main straightaway for heat number 2 of the AmCar Nationals here in the Goldfields. Around 1 and 2, we run Greg Horan in the lead. The 91, I must say, of David Boys. Then we go back to Steve Wright and Murray Parsons Jr. at the rear of the field. He's got a lot of work to do to catch up to that first place, who is Greg Horan. Boise closely bumper to bumper down the main straightaway into 1 and 2 now. Greg Horan, David Boys. Then we go back to Steve Wright. Then also bumper to bumper. David Boys hits the infield. Hit a bit of a loose patch there. There goes Steve Wright also. I believe he has got a flat tyre, front left flat. Yes, it looks like he's going to be OUT out of this race. Oh, it looks like Murray Parsons Jr. also has a flat rear right tyre. That leaves Greg Horan and David Boys, our 2 left on the track. Steve Wright and Murray Parsons Jr. going to be OUT out of heat number 2 for the AM cars in the Goldfields. Greg Horan, David Boys slowing down, not quite sure what's going on. Up on that high line, Greg Horan still flying on around. He's absolutely loving it around here in that first place position. 3 out of 10 done. Soon to be 4 out of 10. We got 6 to go. 4 down, 6 to run. Here in the Goldfields, Greg Horan around 1 and 2. David Boyce around 3 and 4 into the main straight, now into 1 and 2. Is he going to try catch up in these last 6 laps? 5 3/4 almost for Greg Horan around turn number 4 into the main straightaway though. As we're flying on, slipping and sliding around 1 and 2, 3 and 4 into the main straight for the number 91 of David Boyce. As we're flying around, 1 more lap to run for Greg Horan, as they're going to call it early. One more lap for Greg Horan and David Boys, down in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Half a track between these two. Thought David Boys was going to be on it this one. Something happened with them 2 other AmCar drivers, but around 3 and 4 we run. That's going to be Greg Horan in the number 4 to finish out that number 1 position for the AmCar Nationals. Greg Horan to finish out that number 1 position. David Boys in the 2nd spot. And Murray Parsons Jr. and Steve Wright are OUT out of that race. Production sedans coming up real soon here in the Goldfields. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Hope you're having a lovely night here. So far, we'll be right back. And out of turn 4 down the main straightaway, that's going to be the number 11 of Josh McAlpine in that leading spot. Through 1 and 2 we run Josh McAlpine. Then we go back to the 28. That's going to be Jason Whitehead. After that, it's going to be Josh Stewart on the outside. Top 3 at the moment, nice and easy. They're not quite happy with that start, it looks like. 9 productions out on the track. We'll get them racked, stacked, ready to rock and roll once again here in the Goldfields as the yellow lights start to flash. And we're going to go for take 2 here in the Goldfields down the main straightaway. Still going to be Josh McAlpine now, race leader. Travis Clark slips back a bit, takes that high line bit, slipping and sliding around 1 and 2. The 28, that's going to be Jason Whitehead in that second spot. We go back of the pack a little bit. That's going to be Ty Tyrell in that third place. Then we go back to Josh Stewart. Bit high there for Travis Clark, hitting the loose stuff up top. As we keep on going green. 1 down, 11 to run. 12 is the journey around the Goldfields at the moment. Josh McAlpine, I must say, still our race leader. 1's gone on the infield. That's going to be the number 8 of Ty Tyrell. He was in third place not too long ago. He's going to get up and running again. Here comes the rest of the pack around 1 and 2. Still Josh McAlpine in that leading spot. Jason Whitehead in second. Then we head back to Dean Shaw. After that, it's going to be Josh Stewart. Bit of a bump there from Hamish McAlpine. He's onto the infield. That's going to be a nice bruise in that bumper as the rest of the pack. That's going to be the 72 of Jeff Dickinson and the 00 of Hamish McAlpine. He's on the back straightaway as the yellow lights are on. Travis Clark's pulled to the infield. He might be OUT out of this race. Not quite sure yet. Ty Tyrell down the main straightaway in the number 8. Then we head back to Josh McAlpine, who's leading the race at the moment. Jason Whitehead, Dean Shaw in the 44. Josh Stewart also there too. Hamish McAlpine, he's up and racing once again. The 99 of Adrian Noonan. And then it comes to Tyrell. He's going to start in the rear of the field for this one. 2 out of 12 done, I must say. Racking and stacking them, getting ready to rock and roll here in the Goldfields. The red dirt of the Goldfields, which is the Watson's Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway. After that bit of a bump there, we're bringing on the yellow lights. We're going to get ready to go green very shortly.
Great to see Josh McAlpine leading this one, young Callum.
Yes, indeed. And the number 11, a red car out in the front. Jason Whitehead in the 28, Dean Shaw. That's going to round out our top 3. Single file start, the cones out. Hamish McAlpine at the rear of the field after that bit of a bumper bruiser on the back straightaway.
Ty Tyrell going to the clerk, of course. Great to see Josh McAlpine leading this one, as I just said. Jason Whitehead sitting in second, Dean Shaw. Josh Stewart up there, having a great night, isn't he, all the way from Esperance. Looking forward to seeing how this works out at the end of night, Callum. Kalgoorlie versus Esperance.
Yes, we also got Ty Tyrell from Esperance as well. Josh McAlpine, as you just said. Then Neville Masted, I don't think he's in this race at the moment. Josh Stewart is from Esperance. Jason Whitehead's from Kalgoorlie. Dean Shaw's from Kalgoorlie. Jeff Dickinson's is from Esperance. And Adrian Noonan is from Esperance. No, he's from Kalgoorlie. My apologies there.
Campbelda.
Yes.
To be exact.
Yeah.
All the way down there, about half an hour. Not a bad trip. So about to go green.
As we go green down the main straightaway, we run into 1 and 2 now off the single file start. Josh McAlpine in that leading red car. Then we head back to Jason Whitehead. Dean Shaw, our top three out there at the moment. Here comes Josh Stewart around the outside. He won last time. Can he do it this time? Slipping and sliding up the high line into 3 and 4. Now into the main straightaway. Josh Stewart, Jason Whitehead, Dean Shaw, Josh Stewart. And then we head back to the double O, which is going to be Hamish McAlpine. My apologies. Oh, it is a double O. Hamish McAlpine. Ty Tyrell gets a bit uneasy around 1 and 2. He corrects it though. Here comes Josh Stewart up the inside of Jason Whitehead. Dean Shaw slips up into that second spot now. Jason McAlpine still in that leading spot though. Jason McAlpine. And then we head back to Dean Shaw, Josh Stewart, our top three. Jason Whitehead in that fourth spot now as we fly it on around into the main straightaway now. Here comes the 72 of Jeff Dickinson, slipping and sliding up a position on the track. Hamish McAlpine in the double O.
Back to Noonan. That's back to Ty Tyrell, but out in front though, it's Josh McAlpine. Second place is Dean Shaw. Third place at the moment is Josh Stewart. Jason Whitehead sitting in fourth, doing a fantastic job out there. That's back into our top five. Here comes McAlpine on the inside of Jeff Dixon. Jeff Dixon's going to be out of this one. Back to Adrian Noonan, then it's back to Ty Tyrell. But out in front though, it is Josh McAlpine. Josh from Josh Stewart on the outside. Dean Shaw shuts the door though. Now Dean Shaw runs wide. Here comes Stewart now on the inside, able to make the pass to move into second place. Dean Shaw on the outside, runs a bit wide, and we're yellow.
There is indeed a muffler on the track from one of these cars. It was in turn 1, and it slowly made its way around to turn 2. Yes, a car muffler, I believe. Maybe one of it's in turn 1 and the rest of it's in turn 2. I did see it flying on around.
I'll tell you what, Callum, how good is Josh Stewart tonight? He's been quick in car number 17.
He's not giving up that first place position anytime soon, I must say.
So car number 17 of Josh Stewart. Josh McAlpine still leading this one. Dean Shaw will get his place back and sit back in second. McGrath and Laurie's Coupe will be happy about that. Back to Josh Stewart. Jason Whitehead, Hamish McAlpine. Noonan, Adrian Noonan, Ty Tyrell, Travis Clark and Jeff Dixon out of this one. About to go green at the moment, it's Josh McAlpine. Fantastic short start. No, we're still yellow. Bit excited there, Callum.
Yes, a little bit.
Other drivers. It's about to go green once again here for Watson Express, Kalgoorlie International Speedway for Kalgoorlie versus Esperance Challenge. Of course, the WA Supermod state title right here in the Goldfields. Make sure you listen in if you're in your car, 93.1. Some of the FM frequency. So out in front, Josh McAlpine will lead them away. And we're green. Good start. Dean Shaw in second place. Third place is Josh Stewart. Josh Stewart on the outside. He slows down though. Here comes Whitehead. Down the back straight now. We're halfway home in this one. Josh McAlpine still leading. Shorey in second. That's back to Josh Stewart. Now who gets back that third place? Back to Whitehead, Hamish McAlpine. Then it's back to Adrian Noonan and Ty Tyrell. Rounding out our field at the moment. But out in front though, here comes Stewart now. On the outside, what's he going to do? He's going to try and go around the outside of both of them. But he's unable to at this stage. Of course, that car in second place, Kevin Brewster, owned by Kevin Brewster, driven by Dean Shaw. It's for sale. If you're looking for a car, here comes McAlpine now. Hamish, that is Josh McAlpine still leading this one. Getting maximum points for Esperance Speedway. Doing fantastic things down there in the southeast. So Josh McAlpine still leading. Jason Whitehead and Josh Stewart bump there. Hamish McAlpine. Now it's McAlpine 1-2. So McAlpine, Hamish on the outside of Josh Stewart, his older brother. Who's got it? Josh McAlpine, sorry, still leading this one. That's back in second. Hamish McAlpine with 1 lap to go. So Hamish McAlpine still fighting his brother. Josh drives away now. Here comes Stewart. Josh Stewart trying to get in second place. Down the back straight for final time. Here comes McAlpine back for second. And it's going to be Josh McAlpine from Hamish McAlpine. Josh Stewart, Jason Whitehead, Dean Shaw in car 44. That's going to go back to Adrian Noonan and Ty Tyrell. Wow, what a race, young Callum. Fantastic race. Come on, folks, why don't you put your hands together for Josh McAlpine. He'll take the race win from his brother Hamish McAlpine. Josh Stewart, Jason Whitehead as well. And that rounds out heat number 2 of our production sedans. Looking forward to our junior race coming right out next.
Yes, that is indeed right. Great race from the production sedans. Dean Shaw in the number 44. Not looking so white anymore, I must say, after he's made a few rotations around the red dirt circuit, which we call the Watson's Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway. And speaking of Speedway, I want to thank some of the great sponsors we have here. Without them, we wouldn't be able to put on a magnificent show as we do. K Chola's Cleaning, Ground Masters Kalgoorlie, Goldfields Pest Control, Bridgestone, Snap-on Kalgoorlie, Cal Science, Oz Cub, Servicing, Boise's Equipment, Hit 97.9, City of Kalgoorlie Boulder, Origin MMS, Pitrek, Kalgoorlie Bodyworks, Triple M, Bus West, Brewster Sealing, KCGM, Pump Engineering, Norton Goldfields, Rhino Linnings, Pens Cartage and Cranes, GWA Automotives, Gwills Carpet Cleaning, Core Fleet, AMC, Gen West, SWG, MCM Protection, KBC Automotives, Hydromech, Coates Hire, Goldfields Crane Hire, Fiesta Caravan Hire, Hydro Blasting, and of course West Coast Customs, which has rightfully earned the name for the number 1 sponsor, which we now call the Watson's Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway, as we're about to get underway for our junior sedans out there on the track.
I'll tell you what, Callum, great to see so many juniors here, isn't it? 11 cars out on track.
Yes. Not used to this many juniors, I must say, coming down from Esperance as well for the Cal versus Esperance Challenge.
Very good to see.
Number 24 off that pole, that's Charlie Tate. They're going to start off that pole. Next to that is going to be the 16. That's going to be Hayden Mortimer. Cam Aldrich after that. Then we head back to Cade and Anthony. But we're going green down the main straightaway for the 24 and the 16. Absolutely flying down the main straight. Into 1 and 2. We slipping and sliding. Now we go into the back straightaway. Cars going everywhere. We're still going sort of in the same direction. So we slide on out of the back straightaway. Still going to be Charlie Tate in the lead at the moment. Then we go back to Cam Aldrich. He slipped up into that second spot. The number 18 of Hayden Mortimer. Then we go back to Amber Shaw, the number 16. That's going to be Caden Brown to round out our top 5 out on the track. And then we head back a little bit more. Tyler Scott in the mix too. Caden Anthony also there too. And then we go back to Tilly Leonard, the number 22 of George Tate. And then after that, of Logan Brown and the number 21 as we slowly slipping and sliding around the track at the moment. Sean Kerwin also in the mix too in the rear of the field. Here comes Cam Aldrich up the inside, almost side by side down the main straightaway into 1 and 2. Amber Shaw wants in the mix too. They're fighting for that top 3. Cam Aldrich slips into that first spot now. Cam Aldrich, our new race leader. Then we go back to Charlie Tate in the number 24. Then we go back to bit of lap traffic here. Amber Shaw's going on the inside. Never mind, we're going on the outside. The car's going everywhere down the main straight. The number 18, that's going to be Hayden Mortimer. Almost caught in the mix. 28 is going to be Sean Kerwin, who's getting lap traffic at the moment. Then we go back to our race leader, Cam Aldrich in the number 14, absolutely flying. Charlie Tate in the second spot now. Amber Shaw in that third spot around maybe the outside, maybe the inside. Where can I make some room? Where can I make a pass? The number 18 of Hayden Mortimer in the mix too. Then we go back to Caden Brown in 16. After that, it's going to be Tyler Scott in the number 08. Down the main straightaway though, Tilly Leonard on the infield, Alpha turn 4, Alpha turns 2 on the back straightaway. We're still going green though, she's firing off. Now she's back on the track, we can still go green once again. Here comes Amber Shaw up on the inside. Is it going to make a pass on 1 and 2? Amber Shaw, Cam Aldrich, who's going to get it? Bumper to bumper around 1 and 2. Cam Aldrich goes to the high side.
Wow.
And then we head back to Amber Shaw, our race leader. After that, it's going to be the number 16 of Caden Brown in that second spot now. Flying on around the track at the moment. 3 laps to run. The number 18, that's going to be Hayden Mortimer, I must say. My apologies there. Amber Shaw putting on a good show for the junior sedans for the Cal versus Esperance challenge. Down the back straightaway, bumper to bumper, wheel to wheel. Bit of a bump there from Cam Aldrich and Hayden Mortimer. Amber Shaw still in the lead as we fly on down the main straightaway though. Amber Shaw, then we go back to Hayden Mortimer, Cam Aldrich. After that, it's Charlie Tate in the 16. That's going to be Caden Brown. Then we go back of the pack a little bit. And that's going to be our race order. Race over, I must say. Amber Shaw in the first spot. Hayden in second. Cam Aldrich, 3. Tyler Scott. Logan Brown. Charlie Tate. Tilly Leonard. Caden Anthony. Sean Kirkwood. Caden Brown and George Tate to round out our juniors. Heat number 2. 11 juniors out on the track. But of course, Supermod's up and coming next. We'll leave it all down to Jakey to call all the action, but my oh my, was that a magnificent junior race indeed. Good to see these young guns of the sport showing them how it's done.
Great win there by Amber Shaw, by the way.
Yes, that
fantastic race, Callum. Great job.
That move on turn 2 was absolutely amazing.
That was awesome. She'll be stoked with that, I'm sure.
Yes.
We'll roll them out for heat number 3 of the WA Supermod state title. Hold right here in Kalgoorlie. We'll get your grid draws up very shortly. I'll tell you what, Callum, just thinking, in this one, car 41 of Mark Shepherd has 2 rear starts in this race. I'll tell you what, he's starting rear all night long. He's starting off the back row in this one as well. He is going to be quick, Callum, in car number 41. As car number 69, your pole sitter pushes off Cameron McAllister all the way from Nogin down there, as does our WA State Champion Mark Shepherd. And Gary Walker about to be pushed off. We'll get through our heat grid for heat number 3 of the WA Supermod title. State Championship, here in Kalgoorlie. Out of position number 1. In car number 69, it's Cameron McAllister. On his outside off the second row, it is Lance Beaver. Out of position number 3, it is Wayne Bingham in car number 23. Out of position number 4 in car number 88, he'll be one to watch. Braden Amor, away from Williams down there on the Albany Highway. Out of position number 5, he's that Darren Amor. Out of position number 6 in car number 33, all the way from Pinjarra, down there in some suburbs of Perth. It is Tony Smith. Out of position number 7 It is car 38 of Keith Woods, car 55 on his outside away from Ravensthorpe. The veteran race has been racing for many years. It is Gary Walker in car 55, Valvoline on the side of that car. And off our last row, position number 9, it is car number 41 of our current state champion of Mark Shepherd. And on his outside away from Esperance down there in the southeast, 4 hours away. It is Neville Williams in the Star Transport car 51. So we're about to go green here for heat number 3 of the Watson Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway. We'll play some music and we'll be back with our start very, very shortly. About to go green. So off the pole, Cameron McAllister on his outside, car 14 of Lance Beaver. Let's go green. Waiting for the start. Cameron McAllister, Lance Beaver, Mark Bingham, Braden Amor, Darren Amor, Tony Smith, Keith Woods. Here comes McAllister. Here comes Mark Shepherd. Go Walker, Neville Williams off for rear. But I tell you what, Cameron McAllister's got that left front off the ground. Braden Amor sits in second. So that's Darren Amor in second now. Then it's back in third place. At the moment, here, made that fourth place now. As Braden Amor, car 23 of Wayne Bingham sits in fourth now. So then it's back to Mark Shepherd. I tell you what, he is quick in this one. Car 41 moves up position number 3. Here comes Bingham now back on the inside. But our race leader is McAllister as Mark Shepherd spins out. I tell you what, Braden Amor, Darren Amor was lucky to miss him, and we're about to go yellow. We do. So Cameron McAllister still leading this one. Second place at the moment is Braden Amor. Wow, what a start, Callum, from Mark Shepherd. Unable to get the chocolates, though. Started off for rear, but I'm sure he'll come back through. But Cameron McAllister looking good out in front from Braden Amor. Car 23 of Wayne Bingham. Back to Darren Amor. Neville Williams, Gary Walker and Keith Woods fighting for position. As Gary Walker will move into position number, not sure what they're trying to sort out here. Tony Smith, the veteran. And Lance Beaver off for rear. I tell you what a start that was. And these two drivers are fighting for position. So trying to sort them all out. Cameron McAllister away from Narrogin. Amor. Car 23, Beaver. So Mark Shepherd being told, cause of a restart, you'll start at the rear. About to go green once again here for Watson Express, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. And it looks like Keith Woods away from Gelton is out of this one. So, Narrogin 1-2 so far. Braden Amor's ready to go. Sorry, that's Darren Amor ready to go. Cameron McAllister, Braden Amor in second. Back to Lance Beaver. Wayne Bingham, sorry, back to Braden. No, Darren Amor, sorry, Neville Williams. Gary Walker. Here comes Shepherd now. Moves into position number 6 already. That's back to Gary Walker. Back to Tony Smith. Then running out our field is Lance Beaver, but out in front it's McAllister doing a fantastic job out in front. Second place is Braden Amor. Runs a bit high, trying to get it. Oh, wow! Look at Cameron McAllister's car. Out in front. Have a look at that left front wheel hiking at the moment. Second place is Braden Amor. Third place is Beaver. Sorry, that's Wayne Bingham. Back to Darren Amor. Mark Shepherd trying to push through as well. Here moving into position number 4 now. Look at Cameron McAllister's car hike. At the moment, second place is Braden Amor. Third place is Wayne Bingham. Then it's back to Mark Shepherd, Darren Amor, Neville Williams, Gary Walker and Tony Smith. We've got another driver out of this one. Looks like it's Lance Beaver. Braden Amor takes over race lead now from Cameron McAllister. Down the back straight with 3 laps to go in this one. So Braden Amor still leading this one. Braden still, Cameron McAllister back to Mark Shepherd in third. Fourth place is car 23 of Wayne Bingham. That's back to Darren Amor, Neville Williams, Tony Smith and Gary Walker rounding out our field, but out in front though, it is Braden Amor able to get in front of Cameron McAllister, who led half a race. So white flag is out for our race leader into turn number 1. Out of down the back straight now. Back to Cameron McAllister and our current state champion Mark Shepherd rounding out top 3. But out of turn number 4, come on folks, why don't you put your hands together? Well, Braden Amor will take out heat number 3 from Cameron McAllister. Back to Mark Shepherd. Back to car 23 of Wayne Bingham, Darren Amor, Tony Smith and Neville Williams. And Gary Walker rounding out our field. What a heat that was for heat number 3 of the WA Supermod state title hold here up at Watson Express, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. Callum, I tell you what about Cameron McAllister?
He was
That
absolutely
front
flying.
wheel was hiking.
Yes.
But good to see Braden Amor take out that one all the way from Narrogin. Williams to be exact. Down there is Dad Pepe, the president of the Narrogin Speedway Club. Very proud Narrogin people. It's great to see them go well here. In heat number 3, as heat number 4 about to roll out, we'll push these cars, send these cars back to the pits, and we'll have our heat number 4 right up next. Heat number 4 out on track. Darren McCann. Grant Campbell will start off with pole. And David Guy. Let's go. So Grant Campbell, David Guy, Dale Smith, car 19 of Mark Broom, car 44 of Jamie Ward. And car 18 out there is Cameron Shepherd. But David Guy in the race lead at the moment. Car 52 of David Scott and car 70 of Rob Gumrold is at the rear. So out in front though, at the moment it is David Guy, Grant Campbell, Jamie Ward, Daryl Smith, car 18 of Cameron Shepherd, car 52 of David Scott, Robert Gumrold and Lance Mark Broom, sorry. So out in front though it is David Guy away from Chilton up there. Grant Campbell, car 6, Daryl Smith, Jamie Ward, car 18 of Cameron Shepherd, car 52 of David Scott, car 6, Gumwald as well. Back to Mark Broom, rounding out our field, but out in front though, it is David Guy, Grant Campbell, Daryl Smith, Jamie Ward, Cameron Shepherd, David Scott, Gumwald, and back to Mark Broom, but out in front though, what a good start. Able to take race lead now, it is Grant Campbell in car number 12. David Guy away from Chilton, sits in second. That's back to Dale Smith, Jamie Ward, Cameron Shepherd. That's back to David Scott, Robert Gumrold, and that's back to Mark Broom. But out in front though, it is Grant Campbell doing a fantastic job from David Guy, Dale Smith, Jamie Ward, Cameron Shepherd, car 52 of David Scott, Mark Broom, back to car 70 of Robert Gumwald, but out in front still. What a drive by Grant Campbell. Doing a good job. David Guy sits in second, Daryl Smith, Jamie Ward, and car 52 of David Scott moving up now on Cameron Shepherd, Mark Broom and Robert Gumrold rounding out our field in Challenger Ford entry. So out in front it is Grant Campbell. White flag about to come out for our race leader. And it is Grant Campbell, David Guy in second, Daryl Smith in third. But our race leader going down a back straight for final time. It is Grant Campbell in turn number 3. Out of turn 4, and we're going to go yellow. Checkered flag has come out. Not sure if a race has been declared.
Yes.
Checkered flag has come out, and that is a lot of smoke coming out of that car. Cameron Shepherd.
Oop.
So, his car looks just a lot of smoke. Looks A-OK though. Might have done a motor down there. He's still in car. So let's see if we have a restart.
I'm pretty sure that the race was over because we got called for the last lap not too long ago.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that we'll.
And checkered flag was already out.
I'm pretty sure we'll just call it there.
Call it there. Good call. Good call.
I'm not quite sure, but I'm guessing that's what we're going to do.
What a drive from Grant Campbell though. Car number 12. David Guy in car number 36 out there. Daryl Smith in the top 3. So looks like we'll go again. So we just want to confirm if a race has been declared.
No, it has not been.
Interesting, very interesting there.
Perhaps we'll do a
I thought-
green, white checkered.
Yes, that is correct, 100%. Good work, Callum. So Grant Campbell leading this one. Bit of a fire extinguisher dust out there. White dust.
Pretty sure that's oil, to be honest.
Looks right for white foam to me, Callum.
The boys in the infield said there's a fair bit of oil.
Okay. So bad luck to Cameron Shepherd. Thanks to all our fireys and St. John Ambulance as well. Great to have you guys here as always. Grant Campbell and David Guy, the top two at the moment. Dale Smith, have a look at Guy. He's ready to go. David, Jamie Ward, car 52 of David Scott, Mark Broom, Rob Gumrold. So, Grant Campbell and David Guy, Darryl Smith, Jamie Ward, David Scott, Mark Broom, but out in front though it is Grant Campbell doing a fantastic job. Second place is David Guy. Third place is Darryl Smith. Jamie Ward, problems with David Scott's car. Back to Mark Broom and Robert Gumrold, but out in front it is Grant Campbell. Back to David Guy, Darryl Smith, Jamie Ward, Mark Broom, Gumrold, and back to, David Scott. Down into turn number 3 now for final time. Checkered flag is out. Come on, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. Put your heads together for Grant Campbell takes out heat number 4 from David Guy, Darryl Smith, Jamie Ward, Mark Broom, Robert Gumrold, David Scott, and Cameron Shepherd unable to complete the distance. Up next is round number 3 as we've got a spinner of Robert Gumrold. Thanks for that, Callum.
That's all right. Classic spin up after the checkered
Classic
flag.
spin. That's 8:15 here, Callum. We're 15 minutes ahead of schedule, which is good to see.
Good to have an early night once in a while here at the Speedway.
Early night, that's always good. Tell you what, last meeting here, we were done by 10 o'clock on Saturday night. That was exciting.
Yes.
It was very exciting. Very good. So here we head back to the pits, and that's round number 2, run and done. Street Stock's up next with round number 3. And then intermission coming right up. Of course, our next meeting here, Callum. I love these pocket rockets, I'll tell you. Our next meeting here for Formula 500s, WA Formula 500 series will be here. A few of these guys coming up for the event. Really looking forward to Formula 500s. Always put on a fantastic show. Then the Wild West Red Dirt Rumble on the 9th of May. Of course, Formula 500s are on the 4th of April. And the Demo Derby Open Club Championships.
Yes.
Looking forward to that. The Street Stock's out on track. And I'll hand over to you. I'm absolutely puffed after them 2 Supermod races.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we have the street stocks out on the track, getting ready to rock and roll. The number 14, that's going to be Wade Rigney off that starting pole position. 31 of Travis Strott next to him. Then we go back to the 39 of Zane Humphreys. Next to him is the 83 of Linton Dickinson. After that, it's going to be Luke Barnwell and Jack Barnwell starting in the rear of the field. See if he can make his way up to that first place position for heat number 3 for the street stock division here in the Goldfields. Yes, we're getting them racked, stacked, ready to rock and roll here in the Goldfield. 71 of Tanya Kemp rejoined the field after her car died earlier in the meeting. They've got it up and running. She's starting off third, next to Linton Dickinson. We're about to go green. Pace car's off, yellow lights are off. We're down to the green light, green flag off of turn 4. Off of turn 4 into the main straightaway we run though. That's going to be the number 14. That's Wade Rigney out to the good lead at the moment. Linton Dickinson in the 83 coming up into the second spot. Here comes Luke Barmel. In that third spot, Jack Barmel slipping up into the 4th as they fly on down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 now. Still going to be Wade Rigney in the lead at the moment down the main straightaway. Wade Rigney, and then we go back to, I believe it's Linton Dickinson. Jack Barmel slipping up into the third spot now. After that, it's the 31 of Tristan Stott. As we slipping and sliding around. Tanya Kemp at the rear of the field too with 39 of Zane Humphreys. As we fly on down the main straightaway for 31 of Travis Stott. He's in that 5th spot. We're back at our race leader at the moment. It's still going to be Wade Rigney. Then we closely following that is going to be Linton Dickinson. Not for much longer though. Here comes Jack Barmel looking under the inside. Can I pass him? Here comes Luke Barmel on the outside. Linton Dickinson on the inside. Never mind. Slips back to third. Here comes Jack Barmel. He's going to take that second spot. He's found real estate on the inside. Luke Barmel's trying to find some too. Is he going to quite get it? On the inside, down the back straightaway. He's got enough power. Here comes with Jack Barmel. Bit of a bump there on the rear end. He's nudgy budgy down the main straightaway. Still Wade Rigney in the lead though. Then we go back to the number 16 of Jack Barmel. Luke Barmel, Linton Dickinson. After that, we're going to go back to the number 31 of Tristan Stott. And we go back to Tanya Kemp, 39 of Zane Humphreys. Pulled to the infield. He is OUT out of this race. Down the main straightaway, side by side for the 2 front runners. Into 1 and 2, Jack Barmel and Wade Rigney. Jack Barmel slips under the inside though. Down the back straightaway, he's our new race leader. We're almost halfway home here in the Goldfields for round number 3 at the Watsons Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway. Out of 3 and 4 into the main straight, Jack Barmel. Then we go back to Wade Rigney, Luke Barmel, Linton Dickinson. After that, it's going to be Tristan Stott. Then we go back to Tanya Kemp at the rear of the field in the number 71, cruising on around the track on a nice Saturday drive. But Jack Barmel on a nice Sunday drive at the front of the pack though. Hit the infield for Wade Rigney in the 14. Then we go back to Luke Barmel in the 36. Linton Dickinson in the 83 from Esperance. Cal versus Esperance challenge on tonight. We're starting to spread out a little bit. Jack started from the rear. He's up at the front now. We're halfway home. Just over halfway home now. Down the main straightaway though. Jack Barmel, Wade Rigney I must say. Luke Barmel in 36. Linton Dickinson. Then we head back to Tristan Stott. After that, it's going to be Tanya Kemp, who's going to come up on some lap traffic very soon from our front runners. Down 3 and 4. Out of 3, out of 4 into the main straightaway for our race leader though. In the number 16 banana yellow car, that's going to be Jack Barmel. Down the main straightaway though, 2nd and 3rd and almost 4th. A bumper to bumper around 1 and 2 into the back straightaway now. Luke Barmel's looking up high. Where can I pass him? Is there a room on the outside? I'm going to try the outside route. It's not going to quite work though. Still going to be Wade Rigney in the 2nd spot now. Here comes Linton Dickinson upping for 2nd place now. Almost bumper to bumper. Luke Barmel still hoping for that outside's going to work. Doesn't quite look like it though. Linton Dickinson up into the 3rd spot now. Wade Rigney still in that 2nd spot. Jack Barmel coming up on lap traffic of Tanya Kemp. 16 and 71. Is he going to get around now unscathed? Down the main straight we got unscathed. Down 1 and 2 we run. 10 out of 12 done and dusted. 1.5 to run for these streeties out onto the track at the moment. Jack Barmel, Linton Dickinson up into that 2nd spot now. Then we head back to Luke Barmel on the outside of Wade Rigney. Checkered flag is out for Jack Barmel, our race winner. Called it 1 lap early. That's okay though. Jack Barmel, our race winner. Then we go back to Linton Dickinson in the 83. Wade Rigney in the 14. Luke Barmel in the 36. Tristan Stott in the 31. Tanya Kemp in the 71. And Zane Humphrey did not finish that heat race for round number 3. Next race for them is, of course, going to be the feature. But yes, we've still got plenty of action here in the Goldfields to come. AmCar Nationals out on the track next. Then, of course, we head into the production sedans. After that, it's the junior sedans. And then, of course, this Supermods for their last final 2 heats before we go into the top 6 shootouts and the feature race. AmCar Nationals out on the track, though. Hopefully all well and unscathed. No blown tyres this one. Steve Wright in the 53. He's going to start off that pole, I believe. 91 of David Boys. Cool Cat Boys in the number
Cool
91.
Cat Boys.
Greg Horan in the number 4. I believe that's going to round us out. No Murray Parsons Jr. for this one, I'm afraid.
What a race that was, Callum. From
Yeah.
the street stocks. Standing down there was pretty cool.
But yes, as we get ready to rock and roll, we're going to go down the back straightaway. Pace car pulls off. We're getting set and ready to rock and roll. Steve Wright, our pole sitter at the moment. David Boys next to him. Greg Horan in the rear of the field too. We're going green down the main straightaway into 1 and 2. Steve Wright, David Boys and Greg Horan.
Yeah, Steve Wright's leading the pack as he come out of turn 1. He's side by side with David Boys, who's pulling ahead of them as they come down into that back straightaway. David Boys pulls ahead. He's sitting on the high line and he cuts down low now as he's sitting in first. But Steve Wright's going to try and cut underneath him, but doesn't quite make it. They're side by side again coming out of that turn. But down the front straight, David Boys is still holding on to that strong first position. He's riding slightly higher than Steve Wright, but he's got power in his car as he goes powering down that back straight. He's got quite the lead now. Greg Horan's past Steve Wright as well as they come out of the third turn into the fourth. We've got David Boys in first, Greg Horan in second, and Steve Wright's moved back to third. He started pole, but he's moved back 2 positions now as they come out of the first turn into the second. Now the back straight. David Boys in the number 91. He's got quite a bit of a lead there on who was originally leading. And Greg Horan's between the two. He's trying to do his best to catch up with David Boys as they come down the front straightaway. They haven't gotten side by side yet, but Greg Horan's got his foot flat to the floor and he's doing his best. Riding low. David Boys is riding high. They're coming out of that second turn down the back straight. They're nearly side by side. Greg Horan's catching him. The front of his car's in line with the back of his car. They're nearly side by side coming out of that third turn into the fourth. They're side by side exiting that one down the front straightaway, but David Boys still pulls ahead into that first turn. David Boys is still our front runner for now. Greg Horan doing his best to catch him as they come out of that second turn down the back straight. David Boys is slowly falling back. There's about half a car length between them. Out of the third turn into the fourth. They're closing in again. David Boys still in first. Greg Horan in second. Steve Wright in third. He's about a whole turn and a straight between Steve Wright and second place Greg Horan, who's doing his best and fighting for first. David Boys, who's still in first, has got quite a fight to keep as he's fending off second place Greg Horan as they come down the front straight away there. David Boys is in first. Greg Horan is in second. Greg Horan in the number 4 is doing his best to catch up to 91. Steve Wright is about a third of the lap behind him. He's coming out of the first turn now into the second as the boys exit the third turn into the fourth. David Boys is still our front man, followed closely by Greg Horan. They're passing the flag box yet again. 7 laps down, 3 to go. These guys are calling it close. Greg Horan's now going slightly high, changing tactics as they come out of the second turn down the back straight. He's doing his best to catch up to David Boys. Into the third turn now. Steve Wright is still coming into the back straight out of the second turn. We've got David Boys holding on to that strong first position. Greg Horan's in second, and about half a track behind him is Steve Wright in third. The 2 front runners are coming out of the second turn down the back straight, and that gap between David Boys and Greg Horan is only growing bigger now. It's a safety net, and David Boys is going to want to hold on to it as Greg Horan will catch him if he gives him the chance. Out of the fourth turn down the front straight, Greg Horan dipped onto the infield there for a bit, but not for long. Out of the first turn into the second, David Boys is still holding on to first place, but Greg Horan's catching up as they're coming down that back straight. They're nearly bumper and bumper aligned. They're nearly side by side entering that third turn, but they're not quite. Into the fourth turn now. They're on their last lap soon. They've got the checkered flag, white flag out. There's 1 lap down to go. Is the white flag out? White flag's coming out now. Called it too early down the back straight. These boys have got a lap and a half left. David Boys is still holding on to that first place. He's got Greg Horn hot on his tail. They're nearly side by side coming out of that fourth turn, but Greg doesn't quite make it. Now the white flag's out and David Boyes has got one more lap to hold on to that first place position, and then it's his. Greg Horn is hot on his tail, and Steve Wright is still half a lap behind in third. Down the back straight, Greg Horn's doing his best, but he hasn't quite made it. They're nearly bumper to bumper again as David Boyes comes flying out of that third turn into the fourth. He's now coming down the front straight, and he sees that checker flag, and it's his. David Boyes is first and Greg Horn second, but Steve Wright did spin out onto the infield on turn 2 on his last lap. Unfortunately, he will probably get a DNF.
Yes, I'm not quite sure. What a great MCAR National race for round number 3, heat number 3. But yes, up and coming production sedans, junior sedans, and of course the Supermods for their last 2 final heats for tonight. We'll be classing a new state champion for the Supermods very shortly after the interval. But yes, that was a great MCAR National. We'll be back for the production sedans. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Off the green light, down the main straightaway, Dean Shaw in the number 44, got the good start. Jason Whitehead on his outside, Hamish McAlpine, Josh Stewart. After that, we're going to head back to, I believe that's going to be Adrian and Noonan in the rear, in the middle of the field now. Starting to straighten up a little bit down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 now. Dean Shaw still our race leader. Bit sideways back in the rear of the field. He's still going strong. Here comes Hamish McAlpine around outside of Dean Shaw. He's our new race leader into 1 and 2. Hamish McAlpine, Dean Shaw. Then we head back to Jason Whitehead, Josh Stewart. And then we head back to the 72 of Jess Dickinson. Jason Whitehead slipping up into the loose stuff up top. He slips back into 5th now. Still down the main straightaway. Hamish McAlpine, our race leader. Then we head back to Dean Shaw, Josh Stewart, 72 of Jeff Dickinson. After that, it's Jason Whitehead, Adrian Noonan, Jason McAlpine, and in the rear of the field. And the number 8, that's going to be Ty Tyrell to round out our one tyre's come off from Hamish McAlpine. He's on the infield. He's caused a bit of kerfuffle. That tyre has completely come off, and it's now at the top of turn 4. My oh my, I've never seen a tyre come off before mid-race. We were 2 out of 10 done and dusted. Hamish McAlpine's not going to be too happy with that one though. Sure, he's in the car being, oh, what the hell just happened to me? Did my tyre just fly off? No way. But that's going to cause him for a DNF. He's going to be OUT out of this final round before the feature.
Wow, I'm not sure what happened there, Callum.
He's getting out that. Yep, my tyre's missing. Oh, where did that turn up? I'm not quite sure.
Come on, folks, why don't you put your hands together for Hamish McAlpine? Not sure what happened there. And he will be there wondering what happened. Good to see the Bobcat here as well, Callum.
Yes. It's not the Manitou tonight. Yep, Manitou's out there. We got the Bobcat as well. Gotta
Awesome.
love it.
Cubbo on the JOB.
But yes, once we get Hamish McAlpine off the track a little bit, we can count down to green once again here in the Goldfields. We'll collect the tyre off of turn 4. And Bobby's got something else in his hand. I'm not quite sure what that is. But yes, Dean Shaw down the main straightaway in 44. Josh Stewart from Esperance in number 19. After that, it's going to be Jeff Dickerson from Esperance in the 72. Jason Whitehead, he's from Kalgoorlie in the 28. Number 99 of Adrian Noonan from Kalgoorlie. Josh McAlpine, he's from Esperance in the number 11. And Tyrell from Esperance as well in the number 8. But yes, Hamish McAlpine's getting dragged or pushed off the track at the moment. We'll get him set, ready to rock and roll once again here in the Goldfields. Racked, stacked, ready to rock and roll. Single file start down the main straight out of turn number 4. Dean Shaw with a good start off that one. Single file down the main straight into 1 and 2. Dean Shaw and Josh Stewart off to a good start there. Jeff Dickerson in 3rd place. Then we head back to Jason Whitehead, Adrian Noonan, Josh McAlpine and Ty Tyrell to round out our field. Down the back straightaway, Josh Stewart is entered the lead at the moment. Down 3 and 4 into the main straight now. Josh Stewart, our new race leader, in the number 19. Then we head back to Dean Shaw in the 44. Jeff Dickerson in the Jeff Dickerson in the 72. Top 3 out there at the moment. Jason Whitehead, nice and easy around 1 and 2. Then we head back to Adrian Noonan, Ty Tyrell, Josh McAlpine slipped back a little bit. He might be OUT out. He's going to join his brother on the infield. Back to the racing at hand though. 4 out of 10 done and dusted. We're almost halfway home here in the Goldfields. Josh Stewart. And then we go back to Dean Shaw and Jeff Dickerson, our top 3. After that, we're going to head back to Jason Whitehead in that 4th spot. Adrian Noonan and Ty Tyrell almost bumper to bumper down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 we run. Down the main straightaway though, Jeff Dickerson and Dean Shaw in fighting it out for that 2nd place position. So they're all pretty far spread around the track, apart from the 2 at the back who bump into each other. Ty Tyrell and Adrian Noonan. Bit of a bump there on the rear end. We're going strong down the back straightaway though, into 3 and 4 for our 2 at the back of the bus. Round 1 and 2 we run though. That's still Josh Stewart. Then we head back to Dean Shaw. After that we're going to have Jeff Dickerson. After that we're going to have Jason Whitehead to round out our field. Apart from the 2 at the back, Adrian Noonan and Ty Tyrell. They're absolutely flying around here at the moment. The red dirt track of the Goldfields is getting absolutely fired up at the moment. Here comes Jeff Dickerson. Not quite able to pass Dean Shaw on 1 and 2. Josh Stewart still our race leader though. We're all past halfway home. 2 laps to run here in the Goldfields. Out of turn 4 though, it's still going to be Josh Stewart, the number 19. Here comes Dean Shaw, the 44. Jeff Dickerson, the 72. After that it's Jason Whitehead in 28. Then we head back of the pack a little bit, just entering the main straightaway. Ty Tyrell in a number 8. We're going to have some lap traffic very shortly, I believe. That's going to be Adrian Noonan from Esperance. Josh Stewart also from Esperance from the Cal versus Esperance Challenge. Who's going to rack it and stack it, get the most points around this red dirt circuit at the moment? Josh Stewart pulling away from the rest of the pack now. Then we head back to Dean Shaw. Jason Whitehead slipping up into the third spot. Jeff Dickinson into the fourth now. Then we head back to Ty Tyrell and Adrian Noonan. 10 out of 12 done and dusted. 2 more to run. 12 lap heat race. I apologise for that. As we get some lap traffic here, he bumps Adrian Noonan. We're still going green though. He's on the infield. As we fly on down 1 and 2, it's still going to be Josh Stewart. After that, we're going to back to Dean Shaw. After that, it's a fight for that third place at the moment. Jeff Dickinson and Jason Whitehead are absolutely battling it out. The white flag is gone. The checkered one's out at the moment. Down out of turn 4 though. That's going to be Josh Stewart and a number 19 to round out heat number 3 for our production sedans class. Upcoming feature race. It's going to be a good one here in the Goldfields. Josh Stewart, Dean Shaw, Jeff Dickinson slipping up to that third spot. Jason Whitehead, Ty Tyrell, Adrian Noonan, and the 2 McAlpines on the infield. A D and F there. That was a magnificent production sedan race, but all more the hectic junior races coming up next. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Tell you what, Callum, no Amber Shaw will be fired up in this one, wouldn't she?
Yes, indeed. After the win, the last one,
Yes.
she's going to be fighting it out. She's
Got a bit of fan club here for Watson Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway.
Yes, young Cam Aldrich's also going to be fighting it out for that
Oh, of
first
course he
place
is.
position as well. It's going to be a good fight indeed at the, hopefully at the front. They can both get up there. We're getting ready to rock and roll, racking them, stacking them, getting ready to go green.
Hayden Mortar off the front row, Callum, and
Tilly Leonard.
Tilly Leonard. Nice work, buddy. Nice work. Tyler Scott off the second row. Watch out for that 4th and 5th row, though, Callum. It's going to be a lung buster.
As we get ready to rock and roll, the green lights are on down the main straightaway, though. The number 18, that's going to be Hayden Mortimer in that first place position. As we racking them, stacking them, slipping and sliding around turns 1 and 2. We're all unscathed. Cam Aldrich up on the high line. Here comes Amber Shaw already in that third place. Hayden Mortimer's, oh, no, not Hayden Mortimer. It's going to be Caden Brown on her list next. Down the main straightaway though. We're all unscathed. 1 out of 10 done and dusted. Around 1 and 2 we run Hayden Mortimer, then we head back to Caden Brown, Amber Shaw, Tilly Leonard, Tyler Scott. Here comes the number 24, that's going to be Charlie Tate. Up into that 5th spot now. Here comes Cam Aldrich around the outside of the rest of the pack. He's going to stay where he is, though. Back at our front runner, though. He's absolutely flying around the track at the moment. Hayden Mortimer. Then we head back to Amber Shaw up into the second spot. She's got one more left to run till she gets that first place for this heat race. Heat number 3, round number 3, right before the interval. Hayden Mortimer in the number 18, still in the lead though. Amber Shaw in second. Then we head back to the 16 of Caden Brown. 24, that's going to be Charlie Tate. Cam Aldridge, Tilly Leonard, Tyler Scott. Then we go back to Caden Anthony. 21, that's going to be Logan Brown. And then after that, it's George Tate. And 28, which is going to be Sean Kerwin. Down the front straight away though. 4 out of 10 done and dusted here at the red dirt track of the Goldfields. The gap between Amber and Hayden Mortimer is closing rapidly. Cam Aldridge isn't going to be able to catch up in time there. Too far in front. Tilly Leonard getting passed by Tyler Scott on the back straight away though. As we fly on down, Amber Shaw can't find the grip to pass Hayden Mortimer. 1 and 2 we run. Hayden Mortimer, Amber Shaw. Then we head back to... That's going to be Caden Brown from Esperance. Cam Aldridge from Kalgoorlie. Then we head back to Charlie Tate, who gets a bit sideways off of 1 and 2. Holds it nice and strong. Tyler Scott, Tilly Leonard. After that, it's going to be Caden Anthony, I must say. Then we head back to the number 22, the number 21 of Logan Brown. After that, it's going to be George Tate. And then in the rear of the field, Sean Kerwin. We're over halfway home here in the Goldfields. 4 laps. White flag is out. 1 more lap to run of the 8 lap. Heat number 3. Amber's got half a lap to run now. Can she catch up? Half a lap to run for our 10 junior cars out onto the track. Round 3 and 4 out of 3 out of 4 into the main straightaway. That's going to be Hayden Mortimer to finish out that number 1 position with a white and black checkered flag. Hayden Mortimer in 1. Amber Shaw in the second spot. Caden Brown, Cam Aldrich, Charlie Tate, Tyler Scott, Tilly Leonard, Cade Anthony, Logan Brown, George Tate, and Sean Cowan to round out our 11 junior sedans, the young guns of the sport, out onto the track. But yes, we've got the Supermods coming out next, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get them racked, stacked, ready to rock and roll, push them off, and we'll go green once again before the interval. Top 6 shootout, and of course the all-important feature race, the 20-lap feature for the Supermods to crown our new state champion.
Very good, Callum. Great race there. Good win by Hayden Mortimer. And Amber Shaw finishing second. I think that would put off Amber Shaw off the front row. I'm sure you got some shirts to give away a bit later on as well.
Yes, that is correct. I just want to remind everyone that number one more time. 0487 541 505 is the text to win number. We'll announce the question after this heat race. Second last heat race for tonight. So stay tuned for that question.
I'll tell you what, Callum, there's a lot of answers that you've got.
It was.
Someone said Alex Bright from Pennsylvania.
Yes.
He won last weekend in Murray Bridge, but he definitely did not win the Australian wingless sprint title.
No.
Definitely not. Some familiar faces there as well, texting through. So heat number 5 out on track for Supermods. We'll get your grid draw up now. Heat number 5 will look like this. Starting out at position number 1, all the way from Narrogin in the southwest. It is Darren Amor. On his outside, all the way from Gelton, it is David Guy in car number 36. Inside second row, car number 12 won his last heat. Grant Campbell. Outside second row, Mark Broom. Car 33 inside third row. It is Tony Smith all the way from Pinjarra. Outside row number 3, it is car number 6, Daryl Smith. For current WA number 3, car number 6. We'll start out at position number 6. Starting out at position number 7 for car number 69 of Karen McAllister all the way from Narrogin. Starting out of position number 7. Sorry, number 8 is car 18 of Cameron Shepherd. Not sure if Cameron will make it out there. I can't see his car out there at the moment, so I don't think he'll be in this one. A few dramas with his last heat. Moving up to our last row, car number 51, doing it for Star Transport down there in Esperance. It is Neville Williams, and on his outside, car number 52, the orange machine of David Scott. Heat number 5, ready to go. We'll line them up and we'll play some music as we line them up. Rack 'em and stack 'em. Watch out for David Guy on the outside. He wants redemption. Unfortunately, unable to win his last heat. David Guy away from Geraldton. Car 36, Grant Campbell. He wants a strong finish in this last one as well. Watch out for McAllister. Inside second last row. Starting out at P7. Neville Williams will want a good showing as well. As will Grant Campbell. Wait for the green flag. Darren Amor to lead him away. David Guy on his outside. Darren Amor gets the best of the start. David Guy, Grant Campbell, Mark Broom, Darryl Smith, Tony Smith out there. Oh, what about Cameron McAllister? That left front is hiking still. Back to Neville Williams, and then it's back to David Scott. But out in front, though, Darren Amor doing a good job. Grant Campbell. Here comes David Guy, trying to get redemption. And he's out there, sitting in second place at the moment, trying to get on the back end of Darren Amor. Runs a bit wide there. As Grant Campbell seeks on the opportunity. Unable to get him in around that time, but Grant Campbell moves into second place. For how long though? Here comes David Guy. David Guy moves into second place once again. That's back to Grant Campbell. Mark Broom, Cameron McAllister. Have a look at that left front hiking. Back to Tony Smith sits in fifth. Here comes McAllister again. Darryl Smith, Neville Williams, and then it's David Scott. Have a look at McAllister though, sitting in sixth place at the moment. David Guy running very well at the moment. Oh, he almost bikes it there in turn number 1. This is entertaining awards from McAllister. That car is hooked up. So McAllister still sits in sixth place, but our race leader is Darren Amor. Peppy, as he's better known, as Grant Campbell seeks on the opportunity of David Guy from Geraldton. Moves him back to third place. Then it's back to Mark Broom. Back to Tony Smith. Back to Cameron McAllister. Runs a bit wide. Straightens himself up. Darryl Smith. Then it's back to Neville Williams. And car number 52 of David Scott. But out in front though, it's Darren Amor. Doing a fantastic job out in front. That's back to Grant Campbell. Back to David Guy. Broom, Smith, McAllister, Smith, Neville Williams, and rounding out our field is David Scott. Away from Esperance. But out in front, Darren Amor. How long for though? With only 4 laps to go. More than halfway home now. So, Darren Amor still leading this one. Grant Campbell, David Guy sitting in third. 6 on that outside. Grant. Then it's back to Mark Broom. Then it's back to Tony Smith, Cameron McAllister, Darryl Smith out there as well. Back to Neville Williams. Then it's back to David Scott, but out in front though, Darren Amor. Back to Grant Campbell, David Guy. Back to Broom, who sits in fourth. Mark Broom. Tony Smith, a veteran, doing a great job sitting in fifth. But what about this battle up front? David Guy on the outside. Darren Amor still leading at the moment. David Guy runs the high side. Grant Campbell on the inside. What's these two got to do? So Darren Amor, David Guy runs a bit wide there. He'll be frustrated with that. On the outside again. A checkered flag has come out. Darren Amor, Grant Campbell, David Guy, Mark Broom, Tony Smith in fifth. Cameron McAllister in sixth. Darryl Smith in seventh. Mark Williams and David Scott. My apology, I missed checking there, Callum. I was too busy on that front pack, I tell you. Heat number 6 coming up next for our Supermods. Our final heat. We'll play some music. We'll be back shortly.
But yes, before that, it's that time to put in your phones, that number. We got a text to win once again, so make sure you get out your phones. Type in this number, get ready to rock and roll for the question I'm about to ask. That number is 0487 541 505. And that question is, who lost a wheel tonight in this race meeting? There's one person that lost a wheel. We need the name of the driver and the number of the car.
Fair call. Fair call.
So the question is, you can't answer this, Christy. I'm sorry. You tried last time. The question is, who lost a wheel here at the Watson's Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway?
Surprised your phone hasn't gone off yet, Callum.
It probably has, to be honest. It has already.
It has. We're all going to...
We need your name, the driver's name, and the driver's number.
If you just text through the name and not the number, you're definitely not going to win it.
Yes, so that is the question that I've asked. 2 shirts up for grabs. There's a large and a medium. But yes, I'll announce the winner just before interval, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Final heat of our Supermods out on track. And your field will look like this. Starting out of position number 1, all the way from Williams down there on the Albany Highway. It is Braden Amor on his outside. Car 38 of Keith Woods. Car 44 will start out at position number 3 of Jamie Ward. On his outside, car 23 starting out at position number 4 of Wayne Bingham. Starting out at position number 5 is car 16 of Damerage. And then it's on his outside, out of P6 in car number 14, Lance Beaver. Inside 4th row, it is car number 41. This tribe you want to watch. He's after redemption. He will want to win this race. Your current WA State Champion, Mark Shepherd, on his outside. Starting out of position number 8, it is Rob Gumrold. And final row, away from Ravenswood. Starting out of P9, it is Ravensthorpe, car 55 of Gary Walker. We'll line them up and stack them. We'll get them ready to go. About to go green, Braden Amor, Keith Woods on his outside. Watch out for car 88 though. He's going to be quick in this one. Young Braden. Car 88, let's go. We're about to go green, and we are green here in final heat up for Supermods. Braden Amor gets a good start. What about car number 23? On the outside, moves up to P3. Make that, trying to get around for P2 of Jamie Ward. Here comes Mark Shepherd. Sitting in 4th place. Make that 2nd place now as Jamie Ward will hit the wall. Wow, that was a big hit down the main straight, and we'll go yellow here in the main straight, and he's out of the car. Already getting out of the car, and he'll be out of this one. So he's just, come on folks, why don't you put your hands together for Jamie Ward. That was quite a hit. Lucky that damage there, not much damage though. Come on folks, why don't you put your hands together for Jamie Ward getting out of the car. So we'll get this car off the track. Bad luck to Jamie, and we'll play some music and we'll rack them and stack them and we'll go again with a complete restart at this stage. Good night at Speedway so far, Callum. Really enjoyed it so far. Been a good night. Interval coming up. Looking forward to top 6 shootout a bit later on as well. And our feature races for all divisions, the Esperance first Kalgoorlie Challenge.
Yeah, speaking about interval, it is only 15 minutes long.
15 minutes.
As we have got a bit of rain coming in, nice, starting to spit out there, but we're still going to go green. Still going green here in the Goldfields. Once we get this Supermod off the fence, we're going to rack stacked, ready to rock and roll. Still handing answers for the text to win question was, who lost a wheel? Need the name and the number of that driver.
Come on, guys, for there will be someone out there who would know that.
Yes. Not
Yes.
many, there's too many people. You got to get in quick.
Just looking at rain at the moment, Callum, looks like you're 100% correct. There is a little bit of rain coming through Kalgoorlie at the moment, looking at the radar. But most of it has passed us, which is good, down towards Campbelda. So we will definitely need to get this meeting run and done. So Braden Amor still leading this one. What a drive from car 23 of Wayne Bingham. And he's stopping down here and remain straight. Hope you're all enjoying your night. Once again, make sure you go to Cantina if you're after a frothy cold beer. Go to the bar and see Matt and the team. Wayne Bingham stopped down there. spitting here. So complete restart. Yeah, this would be the case, young Callum. Braden Amor and Keith Woods. Let's go green. Braden Amor, Keith Woods. Wayne Bingham gets a good start. Back to car 14. Out there, Lance Beaver, Mark Shepherd, Gary Walker. And Rob Gumrold. Out in front though, it is Braden Amor. Away from Nojan down there. About 2 hours south of Perth. Southeast. So Keith Woods, what about old mate on the outside? He half spins. And he keeps it going, which is good to see. And car Wayne Bingham. So he's out the back now. What about Shepherd? Our current state champion, Mark Shepherd, moves in a second place now on the outside of Keith Woods. What a fantastic race so far. Mark Shepherd looking for that race win. Braden Amor has got a bit of time to catch Braden Amor. We've done 3 laps of 10 laps so far here in this final heat of the Supermods over Watson Express, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. So Braden Amor still leading this one. Watch out for Mark Shepherd though, the current WA state champion in the Supermods. He'll be looking to take that back. Keith Woods though, hit something on the infield. He's able to keep it going and he will maintain his position. Lance Beaver though, chasing him now. Back to Wayne Bingham. Back to Gary Walker. Rob Gumwald as well. So Amor still leading. Back to Mark Shepherd. Sitting in second place. We're halfway home now in this one. Car 88 doing a fantastic job out in front. Braden Amor doing it for Nojan Speedway Club down there. McDougall's on the side. So he's still leading this one. We've got 4 laps to go. Mark Shepherd on his hot, trying to get on his tail. But there's still half a straight in it. Back to in third place at the moment. There's car number 23 of Wayne Bingham. Back to Keith Woods. Then it's back to Lance Beaver. Gary Walker, Rob Gumrold as well. My apologies for getting your name wrong, if that is wrong. So out in front though, doing a fantastic job. It is Braden Amor at the moment. Back in second place now is Mark Shepherd. White flag will come out next time around. Might be a bit early. No, white flag will come out this time around for our race leader. Braden Amor away from Nojan and Williams. Back to Mark Shepherd. To out of turn number 2 now for the final time. Down the back straight, folks. Turn number 3. Out of turn number 4. Come on, folks. Why don't you put your hands together for our final Supermod winner? It goes to Braden Amor. Second place is Mark Shepherd. And we're going to have a fighting finish for third. Will we? Keith Woods still holding on. And Keith Woods just in a photo finish for fourth. No. So Keith Woods third. Wayne Bingham fourth. Back to Lance Beaver. Gary Walker. Robert Grumrold. And Jamie Ward DNF in that one. So it's half time here at the Watson Express, Kalgoorlie International Speedway. Hope you're enjoying your night. We're going to have a quick 15-minute break and interval. We'll be back in about 15 minutes time for our feature races coming right up. Our Supermod Top 6 shootout.
Yes, that is right. We are indeed in full, and that is time to announce the winner of our Text to Win. The question was, who lost a wheel in this meeting? We needed the name and the number, and we have a winner. Is going to be Sophie H, and the answer was Hamish McAlpine with W00. So you will receive a text. Come up to the commentary box, and you can either have a large or a medium shirt. It's up to you. But yes, that's going to be interval 15 minutes for interval. Nice quick one for tonight. And then we get into the top 6 shootout for the Supermod state title. And then the rest of the interval, or the rest of the feature races from Streety's Cars Productions.
Thank you very much, Callum. Great to be back up here for feature races coming up. Top 6 shootout as well, Callum. Out right now. We've got 6 cars out on track. Top 6 shootout. How it works, 2 cars will go in. 6 first, 5th. If you lose the race, you'll start out at position 6 and so forth. The winner will go through first position number 4. Position number 4, winner will first, third, and so on. So, Taron McAllister is out there by himself at the moment. In that little yellow car. WA Supermod State Championship. Great to have Supermods here, Callum. I've actually enjoyed the racing tonight as such. I don't know about you as well, Michelle. Jump in when you want to.
Yeah.
So, racing's been absolutely fantastic, guys.
Yes, it has, eh? A lot of action has occurred on the dirt track tonight.
Thoughts so far, Michelle?
It's been a pretty smooth night.
Smooth
Like,
night.
We've had a couple of things happen.
Yes, no, it's been pretty smooth.
We've had a couple, we don't normally have a tyre come flying off.
Tyre flying off. That
that's
happens
true.
everywhere, though, unfortunately.
But no, there's been quick recoveries and there hasn't been lots of waiting around and we're on schedule. So
On schedule, 9:50. So I've already lost my bet, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've lost my bet. Thanks.
We are still ahead.
We are still ahead.
Are we?
No, we're not.
No,
I
we're
apologise.
No, we're 5 minutes
We're 5
behind
minutes
as
behind.
of now. But
Yeah.
that's still better than most nights.
That's
true.
good. It's good to see everyone here enjoying their night so far. Feature race is coming up. Please drive home safely after meeting as well, because we want to see you back here on the 4th of April for the Flying Formula 500s, Callum. I'm sure you'll enjoy them, mate. Motorbike Motors as well. On so, just wait. Again, there's David Guy and Cameron McAllister. 69 of Cameron is out of Narrogin down there. Good to see Narrogin Speedway. A host of people here from Narrogin Speedway Club. David Guy from the Gelton City Speedway. Fortunately, Gelton have cancelled their meetings for the foreseeable future at this stage. Unfortunately, there's a lot going on around Australia at the moment. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it, but we're about to go green. David Guy and Cameron McAllister. 6th for 5th. The winner will go through, Callum. Really looking forward to this. As David Guy and Cameron McAllister. 2 laps the distance. About to go green. We'll play some music. All right, let's go, Callum. Who's going to win this one and who will start out at position number 6 in the final tonight? Over 20 laps for our Supermods on a bit later on. Let's go racing. Top 6 shootout. Oh, Cameron and David Guy, but Cameron gets a good start into turn number 1. Down the back, out of turn number 2 now. About to go down the back straight. Oh, got a bit stuffed up there. But David Guy on his tail. The 2 yellow cars. David Guy trying to get on the inside. It's going to be a good finish here, Callum. So David Guy and Cameron McAllister in car number 69 and versus 36. Here comes David Guy on the inside. Cameron McAllister says, no, thank you. So Cameron McAllister. And here comes David Guy. We've got a photo finish coming up. And Cameron McAllister will start out of position. Sorry, David Guy will start out of position number 6. Cameron McAllister will move up. And first, car 23 of Wayne Bingham. Wait, Wayne. Car number 23. Hey, now, the drivers who go up, come out, will choose their position. They go inside or outside. So David Guy's already on the infield. So Wayne Bingham and Cameron McAllister So car 23 versus 69. Let's go. Wayne Bingham. And Cameron McAllister. This one's going to be interesting. And Wayne Bingham's been quick all night long so far. Let's see what he can do here against Cameron McAllister from Narrogin. Let's go. Oh, Wayne Bingham, not the best start, but you got to keep going. So Cameron McAllister still out there. Done a 21.5. The track isn't quick at the moment. As you would expect, track's still a bit wet after this interval break. Put on the track. Really looking forward to seeing how this top 6 shootout goes. But bad luck for Wayne Bingham so far. I don't think he's going to get Cameron McAllister from there. Cameron McAllister, Callum, left front hiking. I'm sure you've seen that a bit earlier on as well. So Cameron McAllister, Wayne Bingham trying his hardest, but he won't get there though. But Cameron McAllister will move up, and Wayne Bingham will start out at position number 5 in that one. Junior Sedans tree stocks are up next after this top 6 shootout. Of course, up next is our state champion, current WA champion. He will want to win this state title. He'll definitely start off the second row at worst. But he'll be trying to get on that front row for the 20-lap feature race a bit later on tonight. And that is Mark Shepherd. I think he's down from Narrogin Way. There's Mark. Come on, folks. So Wayne Shepherd. Mark Shepherd, my apologies. Mark Shepherd. Mark Shepherd and Cameron McAllister. These two race against each other most meetings. So Wayne, Mark Shepherd, and Cameron McAllister. Cameron McAllister, graduate of for quarter midgets, I'm pretty sure. I haven't confirmed that, but good start, even start. Cameron McAllister on the outside. Mark Shepherd got a big sideways. He's got to push though. He has not let Cameron McAllister go. And they come together. Nothing in it though. So Mark Shepherd in second at the moment. Cameron McAllister is moving through the field quite quickly. So Wayne Bingham. So Mark Shepherd on the outside and Cameron McAllister. Come on, folks, put your hands together for Mark Shepherd. Gets there and Cameron McAllister starts out a P number 4. What a drive from Mark Shepherd. Cameron McAllister congratulating him on that, Callum. That is pretty cool. On the outside, just seeing it on the replay now. Thanks for coming. That is pretty cool. So our next contender is car number 12, Grant Campbell. Emu Export on the side of the top wing. So these two fierce rivals. Mark Shepherd decided to go, no. Grant Campbell decided to go inside. Mark Shepherd on his outside. 2 laps. This is going to be a ding-dong battle, Callum. Ding-dong. 2 laps for position number 2 to try and fight our pole sit-up for the pole position, which is Braden Amor. Let's go. Mark Shepherd, good start. Grant Campbell will try and go with him, but Mark Shepherd's driving away very quickly. Down the back straight now. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straight. And then turn number 3. Out of turn 4. White flag will come out by Grill Roberts. And what a drive this bloke is doing at the moment. Mark Shepherd. And Mark Shepherd will go through. That's back to Grant Campbell. Great to see Kathy Woods here tonight doing the live stream. Top 6 shootout. So Braden Allymore will come out. Amore. Very nice looking 88 car. Assist car to his dad Darren's car. He's got a fierce competitor though. Coming right up for pole position. So we're going to go this time around. So, good start by Braden Amore. Back to Mark Shepherd. State champion, not Braden Amore. Best of the starts. So Braden still leading. 1 lap to go. White flag has come out of turn number 2 now. Gets a bit sideways, straighten it, straight up. And Braden Amore will officially start on pole. Come on, folks, why don't you put your hands together for him? He'll start on pole. Car number 88 from McDougall's. Mark Shepherd will start on his outside. Now, Callum, just while we got you here, mate, Mark Shepherd might have been thinking of tactic there. Wants to start outside, let Braden have the inside. Might have been for Case.
Yes.
So, very interesting, Callum. But come on, folks, as he comes around, put your hands together for Braden Amore. Away from Narrogin. Actually lives in Williams, about 20 k's down the road. We'll start out at position number 1 in car number 88. Up next is our street stock feature race. Over 20 laps, and it's going to get a whole lot busy, Callum.
It is indeed. 20 laps for the street stocks, 20 laps for the M cars, 20 laps for production sedans, 12 laps for the juniors, and a 20 lap feature for the Supermods. Event number 24, we're locked and loaded. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll be right back when we hit the track with the street stocks, I must say. I hope you're having a lovely night here in the Goldfields. We'll be right back in a second.
Just some news for you, Callum. Sean Barrett is driving Jack Barnwell's car out there.
Sean Barrett.
From Esperance for this feature race. Jack's jumped out of the seat. Good to see his old man Tony here tonight. Tony Barnwell, he turns 60 next week. Happy birthday, Tones. Hope you have a good next week. I hope you have a fantastic day, bud. Sure you have a few beers to celebrate. So Luke Barmwell and Linton Dickinson will start up front row. And it's going to get very, very busy quickly, Callum.
Yes, that is right. There you go, lights are flash and we're getting ready to go green. Linton Dickinson and Luke Barmore off the good start down the main straight, opposite direction for the feature tonight. Down the main straight into 1 and 2, not 3 and 4. Linton Dickinson, our race leader. Then we head back to it. I believe that's going to be the 16. That is, no, it's not. It's not the 16. We're going to go back a little bit further. The back of the pack. Here comes not Jack Barmore. That's going to be Sean Barrett, I must say. My apologies there. Down the main straightaway though, 83 of Linton Dickinson, 31. That's going to be Tristan Stott. Then we go back to Sean Barrett after that. Number 14, that's going to be Wade Rigney. 36 of Luke Barmel. Tanya Kemp in the mix too. And then we head back of the pack. Looks like they're going to pull to the infield. They were going to be OUT out. 20 laps the journey here in the Goldfields. We're 2 down, 18 to run. Still Linton Dickinson absolutely flying around this circuit at the moment. Sean Barrett in the second spot now. Then we head back to, that's going to be Tristan Stott in the third. After that, it's Wade Rigney, Luke Barmel, and then Tanya Kemp to round out. 6 streeties on the track at the moment. Single file as we run, following like sheep. Around 1 and 2, into the back straightaway. Linton Dickinson, Sean Barrett, our race leader. Almost bumper to bumper down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 now. He's going to try the high line. Sean Barrett on the high line. Linton Dickinson on the inside. What's going to come here? Down the main straightaway though. That's going to be passing down the main straight into 1 and 2. Sean Barrett and Jack Barmel's car. It's something about Barmel's car. It's got the power. It's got the speed. He's in number 1. Sean Barrett, number 39. He's absolutely flying around 3 and 4 now. Sean Barrett. Then we head back to Linton Dickinson. Linton Dickinson in the 83. After that, it's the 31 of Tristan Stott in that third position. After that, we head back to Wade Rigney in 14. Then we head back to Luke Barmel. He's battling it out in that 5th spot now. Tanya Kemp in the rear of the field at the back of the bus as we fly it on around 6, almost 6 down. Down the main straightaway though, it's 39 of Sean Barrett. He's absolutely flying around the track in Barmel's car. Then we head back to Linton Dickinson in the 83. After that, we head back to Tristan Stott in the 31. Still going green. We're going to go green to green. Starting to spread out a little bit on a Saturday night to the Speedway. 39 of Sean Barrett. Then we head back to Linton Dickinson. After that, we're going to head back to Tristan Stott in the 31. After that, it's going to be Luke Barmel in the 36. After that, we're going to head back to Wade Rigney in the 14. Tanya Kemp on the infield. She's going to join back in now. Lap traffic for Sean Barrett. Around her nice and easily though. Here comes the rest of the pack though. We're going to catch up. We're almost halfway home here in the Goldfields for our first feature race for tonight. Slowly but surely making our way around the track. 8 out of 20 done, 12 to go. 8 done, 12 to run. Tanya Kemp up high line. Sean Barrett in the front position. Nice and easy around 1 and 2. Then we head back to Linton Dickinson. He's got around Tanya Kemp. Here comes Tristan Stott and Luke Barmel. Luke Barmel up the inside. He's seen an opportunity. He took it. He's not thinking twice. He's got lap traffic of Tanya Kemp at the moment now. Can Tristan Stott get around Luke Barmel and Tanya Kemp? This might cause a bit of pain. Never mind. Luke Barmel's nice and easy on the inside down the main straightaway. He's secured that third spot now. Then we head back to Tristan Stott. He's the next one to face Tanya Kemp's lap traffic as we fly around 3 and 4. Still Sean Barrett in the lead. Slowly but surely, not giving up one bit. We're halfway home, just over halfway home now. 9.5 to run here in the Goldfields at the Watsons Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway. Out of turn 3 and 4 into the main straightaway. Going the opposite direction, the 39 of Sean Barrett. He's absolutely flying. He knows this track. He's from Esperance. He wants to boost the points for the Cal Esperance Challenge. This is the last race for tonight to boost his points. As we fly it on around out of the back straightaway, Sean Barrett, Linton Dickinson, he's also from Esperance. Big 4-hour drive to get up here, just a race in the red dirt. Sean Barrett, Linton Dickinson, our two front runners. Luke Barmel slipping up into the third spot now. He's not going to quite catch, maybe going to catch up to the second. We've got 7 laps to go, almost 6 in the bag now. 13, 14 down now, 14 down, 6 to run for the 20-lap feature, for the first feature race for tonight. Sean Barrett in Barmel's car. Then we head back to Linton Dickinson. Luke Barmel's not giving up one bit. His foot's through the floor still. He's trying to catch up to Linton Dickinson. We head back of the pack a little bit. Tanya Kemp goes up in the high line in the loose stuff. That's all right. She's going nice and strong, having some fun out in the red dirt. As he's slipping and sliding around 3 and 4. Almost a bit of a bump there from Wade Rigney and Travis Stott. Travis Stott in that 4th spot at the moment. And then it's Wade Rigney in the 5th. And then we head back to Tanya Kemp. 15 out of 20 done and dusted. 5 to run. Almost 4 and 3 or 4.5 now. Down the back straightaway though. Lap traffic again for Tanya Kemp. Sean Barrett. Nice and easy around the inside. Must be something about Barmel's car. It knows this track. It knows how to fly indeed. Sean Barrett. Then we head back to Linton Dickinson in the 83. After that, it's going to be Luke Barmel. Bumper to bumper around 1 and 2. Now into the back straightaway. Is he going to be able to get the pass? He might snag that second place position. There's 3 laps to run. 2 laps to go now. Luke Barmel on the inside. He's taking that around 3 and 4. Down the main straightaway. Wheel to wheel down the main straight. Barmel, Dickinson, who's going to come out? They've swapped positions now. Barmel in second place. So it goes Sean Barrett. Then we go back to Luke Barmel. And then Linton Dickinson. After that, it's going to be Tristan Stott. And then we head back to Wade Rigney and Tanya Kemp in the rear of the field. The white flag has just been out. We've got half a lap to run for Sean Barrett in the 39 in Barmel's car. 1 more corner to go. Lap traffic for Luke Barmel. But out of turn 4, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sean Barrett. He's going to finish 20-lap feature here in the Goldfields. He's going to finish at that first place position.
How awesome was that?
That was indeed. Luke Barmel in second. And then we head to Linton Dickinson in 3. After that, it's going to be...
Come on, folks. Why don't you put your hands together for Sean Barrett. All the way from Esperance.
Wade Rigney in the 5th spot.
Tanya Kemp will finish
7th.
7th. And Jack Barmel on the infield in Sean Barrett's car. So they swapped cars for the feature race, Callum. So, come on, folks, why don't you put your hands together for him? Once again, Sean Barrett, Luke Barmer on second place. Good drive by both. So, Sean Barrett gets the win.
That was actually Zane Humphrey that got the win there. So, apparently, Barmel and Zane Humphrey swapped cars.
Zane Humphrey, sorry about that.
Zane Humphrey, my apologies there. Lack of communication up here in the box. But yes, Zane Humphrey is going to win that one in Barmel's car. And Barmel is going to end up at the rear of the field. But yes, M-Car Nationals coming out on the track very soon. Stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen, as David Boys enters the track. We'll be right back in a second. to the 72 of Jeff Dickinson, Jason McAlpine, and Adrian Nuna in the rear of the field, who's almost getting caught up by the front of the pack. Hamish McAlpine in the double O. His wheels are still on. He's going nice and strong. We're absolutely flying around the track at the moment. 13 out of 20 done. We have 7 left to run. 17. Then we go back to the double O, who's hit the infield again. He's running on the infield.
What a race, Callum.
Yes, what a race indeed. So we fly on around 17 of Josh Stewart. Then we head back to the double O of Hamish McAlpine still. Our race order as we run. 44 of Dean Shaw. That car's for sale apparently. And then we head back to Jason Whitehead in the 28. Jeff Dickinson in 72 as we fly on around turn 4. That's going to be Josh McAlpine. Slowly but surely.
And then it's back to Darren Amor, who will start out of position number 6 on his outside. Daryl Smith. Mark Broom will start in there as well, out of position number 9. Lance Beaver. Keith Woods on his outside. Car 80 starting out of P12 will be Rob Gumwald and Neville Williams and Gary Walker rounding out our field. Let's play some music and get you pumped up for this Supermod state title. And while they come around, why don't you put your hands together for these Supermod drivers? All come a long way here to the Goldfields this weekend. Really look forward to this. They're about to go 4 wide, Callum. How cool is this for the Goldfields?
Yes. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, show your appreciation.
Toot your horns as well.
Yes, flash your lights. Show them that they're welcome here in the Goldfields. Competing for the state title. We're going to class a new state champion here in the next 20 laps. The show car out in front behind the pace car. The two boys is Utes at the back. Push car 1 and 2. Black Betty on the outside.
4 wide. And that's a...
Just listen to that rumble as they come past. Never get old. Never gets old.
Never gets old, does it?
No.
Especially sprint cars, and you got all the fireworks as well. We need some fireworks here. But come on, folks, why don't you put your hands together one more time? A long way here to the Goldfields for all drivers. No local cars in this town. So, Braden Amor and Mark Shepherd. I'll tell you what, I'm excited up here, Callum. 20 laps will crown a new state champion. Or will Mark Shepherd walk away with the chocolates again? Let's wait. Let's find out right now. We're going to go green this time around for our Supermods. Music's still on. Braden Amor will want to get off to a good start. Mark Shepherd will be right there, I'm sure. Let's go with 20 laps Supermod WA state title. Good start by Braden Amor. Back to car 41, Mark Shepherd. That's back to Cameron McAllister. Here comes Grant Campbell. Then it's back to in 5th position at the moment. And it's car 12 of 23 of Wayne Bingham. Then it's back to David Guy, Daryl Smith. Back to Darren Amor. Mark Broom. Rob Gumwald. Gary Walker. Neville Williams and Keith Woods. But out in front though, it's Braden Amor. Mark Shepherd on his outside doing a good job. What a finish we got coming up. And we've only done 2 laps of 20. But Braden Amor's off to a fantastic start in this one. Back to Mark Shepherd in second. Then it's back to Grant Campbell, Cameron McAllister. Then it's back to Wayne Bingham, David Guy, Daryl Smith, Darren Amor. Then it's back to car 19 of Mark Broom. Rob Gumroll. Then it's back to Neville Williams, Gary Walker and Keith Woods. But out in front though, doing a mighty fine job in car number 8. 88. Doing it for McDougall's and for Nugent Speedway Club down there. So it's still Braden Amor. Hikes that left front. But still in front. He's got about half a straight away. Second place is car number 41 of Greg. Mark Shepherd. Grant Campbell. Cameron McAllister. Back to Wayne Bingham. David Guy. And Daryl Smith. Back to Darren Amor. Mark Broom. Rob Gumrold. Neville Williams. Keith Woods. And Go Walker rounding out our field. Still out in front though. It's Braden Amor out in front. Doing a mighty fine job. But I tell you what, Mark Shepherd's joining him. Trying to get up close. We've done 8 laps. We're almost halfway there. So still out in front. It's Braden Amor. Back to Mark Shepherd. Grant Campbell, Cameron McAllister. David Guy. Darryl Smith. Darren Amor. Something wrong with Wayne Bingham's car. But still in front, it's Braden Amor. And we're yellow. Got a car up there towards the wall.
Yes, there's
David
the
Guy.
car.
Yes, it is.
By himself.
Yep.
Over the radio, I've just heard.
Bad luck there for David Guy.
Yeah, it's going to start at the rear of the field.
What a
I
race
believe.
so far, Callum.
Yes, 9 laps so far, almost halfway home here for the feature race. And my oh my, has it been a hectic state title so far.
So it looks like the Bobcat's going to come out. We're going to have a little bit of a delay here. We'll play some music very quickly. start by Braden Amor, Mark Shepherd. And also in third place, Grant Campbell, Cameron McAllister, Daryl Smith, Darren Amor as well. Back to Mark Broom, then it's back to Keith Woods. Rob Gumroll. That's back to car 23 of Wayne Bingham. Neville Williams and Gary Walker rounding out your field. And we're halfway home in this one. Braden Amor out in front by a country mile now. Got about a half a straight. He's on a Sunday cruise at the moment in this one. Second place is Mark Shepherd. Back to Grant Campbell in third. Then it's back to Cameron McAllister. Here comes Darren Amor now, trying to move into top 5, and he does now. Back to Daryl Smith. That's back to Mark Broom. Keith Woods. Rob Gumrold and car 26 of Wayne Bingham. Neville Williams, Gary Walker. Oh no, Darren Amor's out of this one. Bad luck to him, but at least he can watch his boy, young Braden, as he hikes the left front. Now Grant Campbell moves in the second place around Mark Shepherd, and he does not like it. He moves back in a second. That's back to Grant Campbell, Cameron McAllister, but out in front though it is Braden Amor. Daryl Smith rounds out your top 5. Back to Mark Broom, back to Keith Woods. 23 of Wayne Bingham. Rob Gumrold, and there's back to Gary Walker, Neville Williams. So out in front though, it is Braden Amor. Doing a mighty fine job out in front. And car number 88, he's got half a lap now, about half a lap. I think Mark Shepherd has slowed down quite a heap of lot. But here comes McAllister now on the outside. He'll take over second place. Moving to second, no he won't. Mark Shepherd, he was there. He had to put his foot down. So McAllister now still on the outside. And we've got 3 laps to go in this one. Mark Shepherd in second. Back to Grant Campbell, Cameron McAllister in 69. Mark Broom. Daryl Smith moves into that top 5 now. Mark Broom trying to get through as well as here comes another car. Is that Wayne Bingham out there? Then it's back to Keith Woods, Rob Gumrold. But out in front it's Braden Amor with white flag about to come out into turn number 3 and 4. He's about to come out of 3 with 1 more lap to go in this one. For our Supermod state title, we'll crown a new state champion. Second place is Cameron McAllister. Mark Shepherd trying to get through, and they come together, but they're able to keep it going. Mark Shepherd moving to second, McAllister, but down the back straight into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, come on folks, what a put your hands together for Braden Amor, your UWA State Modified Sedan champion, and his dad is excited on the infield. Wow, what a finish. Second place goes to Mark Shepherd. Cameron McAllister, oh, what a finish. Cameron McAllister will get second. And we'll just have to get official placings. Grant Campbell, Mark Shepherd round out top 4. Then in 5th place it's Daryl Smith, Mark Broom, Rob Gumrold, Neville Williams, Wayne Bingham, Gary Walker. Rounding out our field. Come on folks, what are you put your hands together for your UWA Modified Sedan State Champion and Braden Amor. As he comes down the main straight in a second, I want you to put your hands together for him. Show your appreciation. Your UWA State Champion for the Supermods. And he wants the checkered flag. And he'll grab the checkered flag. Do a lap of honour. Callum, been great working with you once again, buddy.
Yes, it has.
Thanks for all your help, mate. Appreciate it as always. But looking forward to next meeting here. But put your hands together and clap away at him. Make sure you drive home safely, everyone. Really looking forward to having you in a couple of weeks' time on the 4th of April. I'm buggered, I tell you that. It's 11 o'clock, but it's been a big night here. So Braden Amor will take the race win. You know, I reckon we might get a roof dance maybe as well.
Hopefully.
He's just dropped the checkered flag. So he'll go back to the pits. Callum, thanks for all your help again, mate. On behalf of everyone here for Watson Express Kalgoorlie International Speedway, and thank you for joining us tonight. At this stage, next meeting will go ahead as planned. Really looking forward to that. But on behalf of Callum, myself, and all the team here for Watson Express Kalgoorlie Speedway, we'll say goodnight and we'll see you next time.